acquaintances.
I see us on the stream. I guess.
Yeah.
Visible.
Okay. We can hear. We got everything's going. All right. So welcome everybody. A little technical glitch there, but we are now live here again at the Games Tavern. We want to welcome everybody to the special edition of the RPG Short Shots. We're a gathering of nerdy gamers from all walks of life. We come together and we play a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons. If this is your first time here with us at the Games Tavern, we want to welcome you. Make sure you go ahead and follow us so you can go ahead and keep up with everything we got going on here. Check out all our regular shows that go on throughout the whole week, and we have several going on this weekend as well. Before we go ahead and get into this action, we got a few announcements for everybody, then we'll go around and introduce ourselves.
Sure. So starting off, remember if you have Amazon Prime, you also get a free Prime Gaming subscription. Prime Gaming subscriptions support everyone on the show and get access to sub-only emotes and to a special subscriber-only channel on the TGT Discord.
Yep. And then we also want to go ahead and give a big shout out to Sharp Tabletop for sponsoring the show tonight. Sharp Tabletop is the place to go ahead and play 5th edition. You can access all the rules, adventures, other supplements. It also provides a lot of digital tools for character building, map setting up, digital character sheets. It's a great tool to use. We're actually working on using it here at the Games Tavern very shortly. You can check them out in the link in the chat. And I just want to add that we can consider it the best virtual tabletop out there. Out of all the ones I've used, I use this one the most right now. Some of the other ones are still great. This one's just the one that we're really getting involved with. But yep, that's what I got for Shard, guys.
And today we are giving away an epic character avatar fantasy starter bundle and 3 free packs. Check them out at Overhead Games. Type !epic once you see the notice in the chat that the raffle is live. Must be a follower to enter and must be present in chat for the staff to contact you to win. We will continue to take entries until the end of the stream when we pick a winner.
You're muted.
Chat.
Hi. Yeah, there we go. Unless you're new around here, you probably know that we are currently raising money for veterans, and that is what we're all about this weekend and next weekend. No veteran should be left behind or forgotten because of the war's ending. A veteran's injuries and need for support doesn't go away either. They protected all of us, and we're thrilled at the opportunity to give back. So the Games Tavern has partnered with Operation Supply Drop to raise awareness and donations. Since 2010, Operation Supply Drop has impacted over 1,500,000. There we go. That's the right number. 1,500,000 veterans, active duty and family members, with award-winning programs. 90% of each dollar goes directly to veterans programs. You can donate right now at the link in chat and check out the sweet donation incentives that you can get back. And there's a bunch of cool opportunities for you to also get some neat things from, some of our wonderful sponsors. So please think about donating if you can. There are so many additional donation incentives, and this is just a big thing for all of us here. So please help out if you can.
Yeah, and a lot of those donations too, you can help by awarding some of the different players and the characters and stuff, some levels or some items to help us get through all the various dungeons and stuff that everybody is going to be traversing through this weekend. Before we go ahead and move on over to the action though, we're going to go ahead around and introduce ourselves. We'll go ahead and start with our Dungeon Master for this evening.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I'm going to be running our event tonight, which was designed by my company, 2C Gaming, where we make tabletop products, usually for 5th edition D&D. You might have heard of some of our stuff, like our Epic Legacy series, our Total Party Kill Bestiary series, but if you haven't, definitely check us out at 2cgaming.com or at our Twitter handle at 2cgaming and see all the cool stuff that we make. Be very interested in hearing your opinions, seeing what you think of our work.
All right. We'll go ahead and pass it on to Peter.
Hey, my name's Peter. I'll be playing Ross Spindlefinger, this the third of his name today. I am on Twitter at CookPB, and where you can find me is right here in Short Shots.
Okay, and then we'll move on to Anna.
Hi, my name's Anna, and today I will be playing the assassin rogue Daisy. Because why shouldn't you be cheerful just because you're an assassin? You can normally find me on my Twitter or Instagram handles at AmberAnna391.
Okay, and then we've got David. You're still
Who's
muted.
also muted.
Sorry about that. So I'm going to be playing a life domain cleric by the name of Tom Bombadil, no relation. And you can find me on my Instagram or Twitter at the Urban Doodle.
Okay, then we've got Sid.
Also muted.
I saw it and I thought about it and I still forgot. Hey everyone, I'll be playing Darius Hines, Open Hand Monk. You can usually find me on Twitter and Instagram at _Sundance Sid, or Wednesdays here and playing on the Dirty D Show on the Game Tavern Twitch channel.
Okay, Chet.
I'm Chet or Luke Thomas, depending on where you find me. And I am also here playing Dirty Deeds with some of these other fellas here on Wednesdays. You can also find me on Twitter at DM_Luke Thomas. I am a miniature painter, and I will also be back this Sunday to paint some minis. So lots of cool things going on. Oh, and I will be playing a barbarian by the name of Thuradar.
All right, and for me tonight, I will be playing the Vengeance Paladin Drogon. However, normally you can find me on Twitter at Unstable Dragon X, but you can also find me as the DM for the Dirty Deed show every Wednesday, right here at the Games Tavern, starting at 7. Definitely come check us out there. I keep giving these guys a lot of eerie situations to deal with, but let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get started tonight. I'm ready for some trauma myself.
Yeah, so welcome to the Total Party Kill Tournament. Now that we are ready to play, I can tell you some of the information about what we're going to be doing tonight. And for the audience, you guys may not know, they have mostly been in the dark, our players, about what's going to be happening tonight, because this tournament is designed to be very challenging. This is an extremely difficult and deadly D&D event that mostly TPKs almost every single party that plays it, and that is by design. The goal of the party is to get as far as they possibly can in this event before they inevitably kick the bucket. So what we typically have is multiple groups competing together, but in this case, we're just going to be running this one group and seeing how far they get. So you will be learning right alongside them just exactly what kind of challenges they are going to face. So first things first, you guys should know that the characters you have picked are pre-made and are designed to reinforce your understanding of D&D and your knowledge of how mechanics work. We are playing the system as ruled as written, and I'm very, very specific and strict on that. If there are any questions or concerns about rulings, please let me know. A very common one, for example, is that when you want to hide, you have to have a source of obscurement. That means darkness. That means cover. It means if at any point you lose that source of obscurement, you are no longer hidden from your enemy, right? Something folks may not be used to. But in the context of this game, what is going to be happening is you are a company of adventurers that have fallen into the death trap of one mighty Xanathar, the infamous Beholder. And this is a bit of a ludicrous death trap because as soon as this tournament begins, a countdown starts. And this countdown is attached to a bomb which transcends time and space into our reality, where we have 3 of our real world hours to complete the tournament before the death bomb goes off and kills everyone but Xanathar within his death trap. So time is of the essence. You will have to make many decisions both in and out of combat to make sure that you can stay under this timer. And it will be a factor to always consider whenever you're doing something. If you have to make a decision as to doing something perfectly or doing something efficiently, sometimes efficiency might be the better call. Additionally,
Does that mean we're rushing toward death at ludicrous speed?
Pretty much, yes. You will have to balance on a knife's edge. Do you go as quickly as you can, or do you make safe plays? It'll be very tricky to decide. But before
I say we go for plaid.
So before you face Xanathar in battle, however, like all great D&D antagonists, he has minions, and these minions are determined to get in your way. So what happens is you'll be teleported from room to room, in between which you have 10 minutes of preparation time before you enter that room where your characters can do anything they could normally do in those 10 minutes. When you are teleported into a room, the encounter will immediately start. You will have no time to look, explore around. It will immediately cut to you versus whatever minions are waiting in that room. You will know nothing about the room that you are about to enter other than its relative difficulty. You can decide before you enter a room how hard you want that room to be. You can decide it can be easy, medium, or hard, and you can pick each difficulty twice. So at most you could do 2 hards, 1 medium, 2 mediums, 1 easy.
What
Now,
is
the
the consequence of picking a particular difficulty?
So when you pick a difficulty, you get a special benefit at the end when you face Xanathar itself in battle. The harder the encounters you complete, the better this kicker is for that final fight. The easier this fight is, the less significant the kicker. For example, if you do an easy encounter, you get no benefits. If you do a medium encounter, you get a minor benefit. And if you do a hard encounter, you get a major benefit for that final fight. However, between now and when you face Xanathar, you also get 1 short rest that your party must take collectively in between rooms. So you will decide when you want to take that short rest. Otherwise, you get no other additional resources beyond what we have provided you on your characters, and as the donors have given us, special performance items specifically designed to be useful in this tournament. So when you guys are ready to get started, we can kick ourselves over to our Roll20 map where we'll be running all of these encounters, and I can share with you the list of items that have been so generously donated for you guys to complete this tournament.
Ready to go when you guys are?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Let's do this.
All right, let's take a look at what we got.
This isn't counting against our time yet, right?
No, it does not. I will let us
Okay.
know when we start.
Mhm.
So am I sharing the Roll20 map on my screen? Is that the plan?
Normally, no.
Roll
No?
20. Shouldn't the roll 20 map be shared on roll 20?
Well, so the audience going to be able to see your guys' map is what I'm asking, and
Hmm.
then who's displaying that map? Got it. Okay, great. So we have a collection of magical items that we have to introduce. So thanks to our viewers, we have one of everything, I believe. We got every single one distributed. Is that
Nice.
correct? Fantastic. So as soon as I show you this first item, the timer will start. This means you also decide when you start your next encounter and in general, how you're going to proceed for the tournament. So as soon as every player lets me know that they are ready, I will reveal our first item and reveal all the items quickly after that. You can look through them as handouts, and then we can move forward from there. Are you guys ready to begin?
Let's
Just
do
to
it.
check
No,
before
Tim,
we
what's up?
start, should I be
Yes.
seeing the map on roll 20 right now?
Nope. No, you should
Oh,
not.
okay, good.
I will-
Then
I will-
yeah. Just making sure the
And-
mechanics are right before we start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. The first item on our list is Xanathar's Manual of Epic One-Liners. The second item is Xanathar's Old Timey Hooch. The third is Xanathar's Knuckle Dusters. The fourth is his posh pocket watch. The fifth is his swanky shaving mirror. The sixth is his trendy top hat. The seventh is his model monocle. The eighth is Why I'm So Great, an autobiography by Xanathar. The next is Silgar the Goldfish as our ninth item. The next after that is the False Mustache. The one after that is the Big Old Box of Cigars. And the last is his coded research notes. Where is that? There it is. How are those looking? Are you guys able to see everything okay? It all looks appropriate. So these
Yes.
items are available to the entire party you guys can determine who is wielding what. They do not require attunement, so you can put as many items on one person or as few on them as you'd like. These items are specifically designed to be useful in this tournament, particularly the ones that provide you with the statistical data for Xanathar, including his mechanics, which are always good to know, and I will provide those as well.
May I propose giving the knuckle dusters to the assassin so they can have advantage on attacks?
I'll accept the knuckle dusters. I have no problem with this.
Allowing them to make sneak attack rolls.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point,
Ding.
Bill.
Somebody's thinking.
Yes.
It's all like I said, forever DM.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I was half tempted to say I can take those because I'm gonna be next to them no matter what, but that's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
Because yes, everybody knows how sneak attacks work.
Yep.
If you have advantage, you can sneak attack.
Well, or if you have an adjacent
or if you have an
threatening creature.
adjacent threatening creature. Yes.
Right.
The problem
Yeah.
is I can't read these whole things in like the 2 seconds we got to flip through them. How do you switch back and forth to read the descriptions?
So they're
Move
each
them.
separate windows.
They're all on the screen now.
oh,
There's each separate
yes,
windows.
they are.
Um,
Who wants the one that false mustache so that anyone who sees them is charmed for a minute?
that should probably be one of our frontliners.
I wouldn't mind having that. That seems fun.
You know what? The monk? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down for that. That
Yeah.
sounds like a monkey thing.
Wait, a monk thing or a monkey thing?
Both.
Yes.
Let's give the
Um,
let's give the box of cigars to either the thief or the life cleric.
Do we have a thief?
You're
Assassin.
the thief.
Oh, I'm the assassin. Thief is a different class. I'm happy to take the cigars. I was thinking the same thing.
yeah, I mean, it needs to go to somebody who's mobile.
Somebody who's
Okay.
mobile and can take advantage of the obscurement that it grants.
Yes, that's
Right.
why I was thinking about the cigars.
Let's see. Um,
Let's give the swanky shaving mirror to the tank.
We don't have tanks. Let's give it. I say we give it to the pally because most of
Yeah.
his buffs go away when he falls.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So,
okay.
So
that's the
spec-
mirror.
yes,
Yep.
the shaving mirror.
Okay.
I think I'll take the goldfish as the cleric because Xanathar can't target me. And
That's a
that,
good
that
Is
Good idea. Yep.
that is a very good
Very
idea,
good
and that's
idea.
what.
I think the
Um,
pop should go to one of the DPS. Frontliners.
Which one?
Pocket watch, or it could.
I didn't see. I have to look at the.
So the monocle will give somebody advantage on saving throws against spells and magical effects.
I would like that, so I could do not. Is that going to really advantage wizard? That would probably advantage.
So something you want to think about as well is what your first difficulty event will be: easy, medium, or hard.
I say we go for hard. If nearly everybody dies doing this thing anyway, we might as well go for the hard one and get a significant advantage against Xanathar.
There you go.
Yeah. Start off
That's fair.
hard and then we gauge it after that.
Also, the box about the cigars seems to have gone missing because I flipped through all of them like 3 times and I can't find it.
Okay, let me take a look and make sure that we can.
Yeah, I don't see it.
I
either.
would, as the resident spellcaster, I would like to take the manual of epic one-liners.
Big old box of cigars at the bottom of the XG items.
Yeah, it shows up as like a shadow box. I double clicked it.
Oh, weird. Okay,
Um,
1 second. I'll address
Can
them.
I as the barbarian take the pocket watch?
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So a barbarian with second wind would be, or not second wind, but whatever they. Yeah.
Action
Yeah,
surge?
you're going
Action
to need
surge.
action surge and yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, Barbarian with action surge sounds kind of OP. I'm for it.
So who wants to be able to fly?
I was about to ask if I could take the trendy.
The fast monk. Let the fast monk fly. Why
yeah,
not?
the monk needs to
Yeah,
get the
let
top
the monk
hat.
fly.
We need to
Yeah.
have him do his flying sidekicks.
What is
properly.
his
It's only fair.
what's your flying speed with that
20
item?
feet, hover.
Okay. Just keep in mind your fleet foot does not transfer to flying speed, which is annoying.
Can
Okay,
I
that
let
might-
Xanathar's old timey hooch because I have a constitution of 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? Why not?
You said what doesn't transfer over from the hat?
I do not believe the monk's bonus movement ability transfers to flight speed.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
But yeah, it's still very useful. Very, very useful.
Okay. So the cigars are back up there, looks like.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what else is available?
Let's see.
So we had
We got the hooch is taken, the pocket watch is taken, knuckle dusters are taken, one-liners is good. Coded research notes.
The wizard can hold on to those. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
it gives us access to a bunch of information, so that's
Okay.
pretty good.
And then false
Mhm.
mustache.
Taken by the monk.
Okay.
real quick. I have our monk, our assassin, our barbarian, our cleric. What else am I missing? We need 2 more of the characters.
Paladin.
Paladin. Which one? Vengeance. Yeah,
Yes.
got it. And then what was the last one?
The wizard.
Wizard. Evoker. Got it.
No, not evoker.
Yeah,
Oh,
Abjure.
Abjure.
Abjure. Fantastic. Thank you. Right.
So
See,
big
I've-
box of cigars is taken as well.
Guys,
Yeah, that's a good one for a thief who can use the obstruct the
the rogue or the
rogue.
yeah.
Yes.
What about the shaping mirrors?
The shaving mirror
That's-
I've got.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
And the monocle's taken, the fish is taken,
What's
the
that?
research notes are being held, and the biography just is in a bag somewhere because it gives us access to the other information. So
Right.
I think all the items are gone, and I think it's time we start our first challenge.
Okay. And I take it you guys wanted the hard one. Was that the consensus?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yes.
All righty then.
Are we able to do pre-fight prep, or is that
You have 10 minutes of in-game time to do anything your characters could normally do within that period.
I'm going to begin by casting Mage Armor on the Barbarian.
Sweet. Thank you. What's my bump to AC?
Your AC base becomes 13. So effectively it's going to be a +3.
Okay.
Because
So
you are unarmored, I believe.
Unarmored
Yes, I'm
AC
unarmored.
calculations do not stack. So it's you either get armor defense or the AC calculation of mage armor, one or the other.
Yeah, but you do not get. He's not wearing armor, I believe.
That's correct.
Well,
but the AC
my base-
calculation is different.
Will that raise your base armor? Is the question then?
It will be mage armor gives you a new AC calculation of 13 plus dex versus the unarmored defense calculation. So
So
you
I would
pick
not get
one
to
or the
add
other.
it would be the exact same regardless, and you could probably give that to
I will
somebody. Well,
Everybody else is wearing
I-
armor except me, so I will cast that on myself.
yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
Cool. Fantastic. All right.
And-
So I will move us to our map, which
Yeah,
will
I'm sorry.
showcase.
I've meant to mention, like the very last second before we're teleported into the room, I want to cast resistance on our barbarian.
And may I take
Fantastic.
one more 10-minute action?
Absolutely. Whatever you need for 10 minutes, please take
I'm
it.
going to read the epic one-liners and use it on Firebolt, Acid Arrow, and let's see, Shocking Grasp.
Fantastic.
And I am going to take a cigar and I am going to put it between my teeth and light it right before we go into the room. and put my knuckle dusters on, but not actually do anything with them yet.
Yeah, I'm holding a great sword, two-handed, just chilling out with a pocket watch dangling from my my suspender across my waist.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
got
let's do this.
I got the mirror on, my glaive out, ready to go.
All right. Do you
What is that resistance that you mentioned? I'm sorry. Somebody said they cast resistance.
Oh, yeah. So it's a D4 to saves.
Okay, a D4 to all my saves. Okay.
Only, yeah, for the next minute.
I have the mustache on, and it's a handlebar mustache with a top hat.
Are you going to twirl it?
Not yet.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right,
Do you guys see your map and your
Um,
characters right there
It's
in the top right?
sort of.
Yep. Gotcha.
Yep, we can see it.
Fantastic. So you should be seeing a box with a lot of orange sand and 2 large boulders. That little box, that black one that I've put there, that is your starting area. You can have your character start anywhere within that box. Those 2 boulders, the one on your left and right, are 15 feet tall and functionally provide total cover to anything that is 15 feet tall and oriented properly against things that may be on the other side of it. As soon as you let me know you are ready, we will roll initiative and the encounter will begin.
Okay.
Can't move my character here.
The left of
Mouse button.
yeah, you should see like a little legend, whatever. So click the mouse so you can select and move.
Gotcha.
Or arrow keys. That's always a great way to move your characters. All right. Is everyone
quick
comfy
question
with this
about
positioning? Oh, go for it.
yes, just about the fishbowl. Do I have to hold it the whole time that we're playing, or is it like I could stash it in the inventory and take it back out, or do
You
I
can
just have to walk
stash
around
it.
with
You
the
don't.
fish?
You don't have to hold the poor fish everywhere we go.
Okay. All right.
All right. So, with everyone in position, the encounter will begin, and the encounter begins with a giant worm erupting from the sand on the southern side of the battlefield. And we must roll for initiative, please, as they say, it's about to go down.
The worm see me.
I need a refresher on putting myself at advantage.
Sure, your token is selected when you hit your initiative button. That will automatically add you to the tracker.
I don't know what you mean by selected.
So just have it clicked on.
Click on it.
So if you've
All right,
used
so-
the arrow
Okay.
function in the top left and clicked on your character and then hit your initiative thing, it'll work just fine.
That should be 15. I'm gonna.
Well, 24.
Fantastic. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who are we missing? I'm missing my Abjure wizard.
Yes, the sheet seems to be throwing errors at me.
Okay, no problem. What was your initiative roll?
I will just do it the old-fashioned way.
Okay, perfect.
That would be a 7.
All right. So battle is joined against this great tentacled beast. And looks like our life cleric is up first. Life cleric, what will you do?
Man, put me on the spot. Let's see. I am going to. Well, I am going to pull out a light crossbow, and I am going to move myself right here and just take a shot at this worm.
All right. Why don't you make that attack for me, please?
Sorry, this is my first time using Roll20, so I'm trying to figure out how to.
Just click on the name or where it says the number under ATK. Just click that.
That's what I'm doing here. I'm not sure what's happening.
Now, under character sheet, look at light crossbow. Click that. And then, so you get a 21 on your attack.
Okay.
And then, which is a hit. So if you want to click the words light crossbow, it will automatically roll the damage for you under the roll in the column. So under what you just rolled.
Oh, I see. Oh.
So there, like if you click the words light crossbow, parentheses 2, it'll
Yeah,
roll that
that's-
damage for you.
That's what I'm trying. I'm not sure why it's not working, but
Oh, what a curious problem.
Click on the 1d6 or the 2d4, whatever the dice number is under damage type.
All right, so it looks like that is 3 piercing damage to our worm friend. Is that the only thing you're going to do on your turn?
and then I'm gonna move back to where I started. So right back in the little corner there.
Fantastic.
And that's it.
So you can tell right away that while this did injure the creature, it will take many such crossbow shots to lay such a beast low. And it will be to Daisy's turn, our assassin.
So I wave my hands in a threatening gesture at the sandworm because I have the knuckles on, so that makes it a threatening gesture.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I get advantage on my attack rolls. Never mind. Let's see. So is that a 15 to hit?
Well, your first attack was an 11, and your
Yeah, I get advantage, so I get whichever one's better.
Well, it automatically rolls with advantage. So
I didn't
you
automatically roll with advantage.
So you see how you have 2 numbers, 11 and 9. Those are your advantage rolls. So that means it rolled twice, and you pick the higher or lower if you have advantage or disadvantage. So you rolled an 11 and a 9.
Okay, so I guess I fail.
That will miss. Yes, that will not hit the creature.
Well, next time.
Is that it for your turn?
Yeah.
All right, and it will be to our barbarian's turn. Barbarian, what will you do?
Okay. Let's get this party started. I'm going to let's see, we go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will pause there and I will draw my longbow, and I'm going to fire that.
Oh dear.
Nope, that was a natural one.
Ooh.
Yes, that will not hit, sadly.
I will attempt my second attack.
A 16 will hit.
Okay. Ooh, 20. Wait, no, did it just do it just did the longbow again?
Yeah, just click under the little tab that came up,
There you
click
go.
+1.
9.
There you go.
And I'm going to I'm going to use my bonus action to rage. And I'm going to switch to my I'm going to switch over to my greatsword.
All right. Yes, you are filled with rage at the sight of this wiggly lad. Is that it for your turn?
That is it.
All right, Paladin.
Okay, so
what will you do?
So you actually had moved my guy, but I'm going to move your guy right up next to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. And I am, as a bonus action, going to cast Misty Step. So cast that, which will move me the other 30 feet to get right up in front of this thing.
Excellent.
And taking my glaive, I'm just going to take my swings at it.
A 16 will hit.
Okay. That's going to be 15 damage.
So that's your other attack roll. If you click on +1 glaive, it will do 6 damage there.
Okay,
It automatically wants to factor in the crit, but we're going to ignore that. But your second attack, which is a 19, will also hit.
Okay.
You got to hit the glaive at the bottom.
Hit +1 glaive at the bottom of the box.
No, okay, no. Which box are we talking about?
In the chat.
In the chat. Got it.
Yeah.
Got
there
it.
You go.
Okay. I know what I'm doing now.
Fantastic. All right, you deal 6 and 10 damage, slicing into the creature, but which is still quite beefy. Is that it for your turn, Paladin?
That is.
All right. It will be to this worm's turn, and it is when now it unveils that it is in fact a psionic creature and will unleash a blast of psionic energy in a 20-foot radius centered on this point, which will affect everyone but our Barbarian and our Paladin. Can I have everyone else make intelligence saving throws, please?
Huzzah.
Frontliners, yay!
Haha.
Well, I didn't get to move yet, so
Ah,
let's just make sure something you didn't fix it. Oh, okay, it's saving. Let's fix there. You said
Is
intelligence.
it gonna make
right?
2 rolls every time we click on something?
Yep, it always wants to know, check if you have advantage or disadvantage. So it's
What
just
do we-
automatically doing that. You always go with the left as your first roll.
Okay.
Awesome rolls, everybody. Awesome rolls.
Yeah, Damus, awesome roll.
Right, those of you watching, I think we need some inspiration in here because this is not
Yeah,
going to
type
go as
in-
well as we thought.
Hey,
Type
I
in
got a
slash
23.
roll if the macros aren't working for you for whatever reason. It might be a browser issue.
it is not a problem. I can adapt and overcome.
All right, so it looks like our assassin passed. Damus, you are what was the character you playing?
The monk. I'm the monk.
The monk. All right, you will fail, and when you fail, you will take this much psychic damage.
Ooh.
Man, that's a lot of damage, right?
And
Ooh.
additionally, you have muddled thoughts for 1 minute.
Oh, that's a
So
long
what does that
time.
mean necessarily?
So what that means is when you make an attack roll or an ability check or a constitution saving throw to maintain concentration, you roll a d6 and subtract that result.
Okay.
Or that number from the result. You can make an int save at the end of each of your turns to end the effect. So everyone who got a 16 or higher passes and takes 12 psychic damage instead.
I take evasive action. I take no damage.
Yay.
It only works against dexterity
dex
saving
saves,
throws.
yeah.
This is an
Oh,
intelligence
Aw,
saving throw.
darn it.
That's
So
exactly right. You said that's 25, right? All right. So
25 psychic damage, yes.
yeah. Awesome.
And it will be to the monk's turn. Mr. Monk, what will you do?
Oh, I don't want to run up next to it now. So I'll.
I mean, you kind of do.
Yeah, I do. I really do. I'm sorry. So let's make sure I can get there. Yeah, I could get there. So let's run up to here. That's within range, right? It's a big
Oh,
area.
yes. Yes, he's a large lad.
Cool. I keep doing this. Open, thank you. So let's hit it with this hand axe.
Okay. So a
The-
12 will miss even before we roll our d6. So we don't need to roll it there.
Okay, let's try again.
A 21 will hit, but roll that d6. And let's see if that
Six.
that
Oh,
that will cause that attack to miss.
Man. And it was
Oh,
all
that
green. It
is
was like really heavy.
hilarious. That is
Oh.
hilarious. That is hilarious. Let's just unarmed strike bonus action with the D6.
Oh,
Oh my god.
brutal. The
That's
muddled
2 max
thoughts-
rolls on that d6.
The muddled thoughts are significant today, apparently.
Well, that's the end of my. I moved 50, so I can move back 5 feet. I attacked it, so that's whatever. So it doesn't the mobile feat. I move back 5 feet, and at the end of my turn, I can make the saving throw again, right?
Yeah, you can attempt another int save to see if you can end the effect.
That's
That will not
mandatory.
pass. All right, and it will be to our wizard's turn, Mr. Wizard.
Yes.
What will you do?
Moving forward by 25 feet, my small gnome legs will bring me forward, and I will cast a firebolt targeting this worm.
All
This
right.
foul worm that burst from the ground from my hand. Take a brand.
All right, yes. The bolt of fire. What will happen? Oh no.
Will fail again.
Yeah.
The interwebs will fail us, as always.
Yeah, just make that ranged spell attack using your fancy schmancy
Oh, that's hilarious.
rolls.
Just go this way. So that's an 11 plus because I am firing with advantage.
Mhm.
That is an 11 plus a 6, so 17.
That'll hit.
Um,
You meant to roll 2d10.
11.
There we go.
Yes, ago.
11 fire damage. As the worm screams in agony, but it is far from defeated. Is that it for your turn, Mr. Abjur?
Yes, it will.
All right. It will be to the cleric's turn, around the corner, at the top of round 2.
All right. So
What will you do?
I am going to move myself. Let's see. I'm going to put myself right near the wizard. And then I am going to, let's see, I'm going to cast, what's it called again? I'm casting Inflict Wound. Oh, I'm sorry, Toll the Dead. Sorry about that.
Inflict wounds on the wizard.
No. I am going to cast
was a
Toll the
trap.
Dead on the worm.
Okay. Is that a wisdom save, I believe?
It is.
Is that wisdom or con? It's one of the two.
Should be
It is a
wisdom.
wisdom save.
Supposedly.
It doesn't say.
I ought to know this.
Doesn't say here, but
Okay.
yes, it's
Yeah.
a wisdom save.
Okay. 22 to pass, which I believe means it takes
That-
nothing on a pass.
Yep. Let's see. Yep, that is correct. Great.
All right.
So then that's it. That's my turn.
All right. And it will be to Daisy's turn. Daisy, what will you do?
Okay. Just a quick check on mechanics. If you do your action as a dash, then your motion is 30 feet and your dash is 60 feet, so you get 90 feet, right?
No, you get your speed again when you dash. So you get
60 feet total.
60 feet total. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. The cigar smoke. How tall is the worm?
The worm at an average point is roughly 20 feet tall.
Can we agree that smoke goes up?
No, it will hover in its affected area for
Darn it.
the,
All right, fine. I guess I
purpose
won't do
described.
that then.
It's magical smoke.
Damn it. How come the magic never works the way you want it to? All right. Well, I am going, since this thing can attack me from a distance, actually, I am going to come out of behind the rock, since this thing can attack me from a distance anyway. I want to be closer. I'll move
Okay.
about 30 feet. That'll be my movement. And then I will shoot my short bow at it. And so I
Oh.
still have advantage because we're still in that first minute.
Yep. Make that attack, please. All right.
20 to
that-
hit.
20 does hit. Roll for damage, please.
Okay.
Good thing for that advantage.
There's
So
a lot of nat ones going on already. That was a good
Yeah.
start.
Well, I got some sixes. I got some sixes for you guys. You got put in the there you go.
So 7 piercing plus 46 for the sneak attack.
Correct. Yeah, let's see that sneak attack damage. What do we got? Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
come on.
that is some tragic sneak
Hey,
attack
it's
damage.
14 points more than we had a minute ago.
Exactly. But
That is
True.
quite true.
sad for those stupid dice.
I know. Those are sad
They
dice.
could have been better.
Couldn't they have been sixes
Indeed.
for me and then
One.
ones
Right.
for
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Is that it for your turn, Daisy?
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right. In that case, it will be to our barbarian's turn.
Okay,
Barbarian.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'm going to go there and I'm going to hit it with my terrible rage. I'm just going to smack it. Let's see. Great sword attack.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, well, I was going to say I have,
Reckless assault.
reckless, don't I? Right. I should, I was gonna say, can I use my reckless for this or is it too late?
You have to declare when you take your attack action whether you are attacking
That's fine.
recklessly.
That's fine. Then that's fine. Does the 15 hit?
15 does not hit. It's just
I'm gonna
short of
reckless-
piercing the worm's hide.
I'm going to reckless attack then.
Okay.
And
Ooh, 23 will definitely hit.
And it keeps doing that. Okay.
12
12
slashing
points.
damage.
Finally, we're getting somewhere.
Mighty blow indeed.
And let's see, plus 4. I also get the and I also get to add my raging bonus, correct? On top of that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe that's factored in, but I'm not 100%. Is it?
Let's see.
Should be 6 plus 4 plus 1 plus magic.
So no, it doesn't look like it.
No, it doesn't look like it. So what is your rage
Okay.
damage bonus?
I am looking that up right now.
It's
Plus
3.
2.
No, plus
Or yeah,
okay,
plus
thank you.
3.
I'll adjust your character sheet real quick to make sure that is updated for when you rage. All right.
I'm learning
cool.
this. This is like the second time I've played a barbarian. Okay. Do I have any other actions? I'm not going to frenzy yet. So I'm going to be done there.
Okay, sounds good. And it will be to our Paladin's turn.
All right, seeing as this guy's got some AoE stuff like that, I'm gonna swing around to this side of him, making my 2 attacks as I go.
Okay.
So first one, that's not
12
gonna
will
hit.
not hit.
Okay, and second one,
21 will hit.
okay, that's gonna be 7 slashing.
All right. And is that it for your turn, Mr. Paladin?
That is gonna be it for my turn.
All right. We to the creature's turn. If we'll look around at all these tasty creatures and decide to attack our barbarian. Barbarian, it will make tentacle attacks upon thee. A 24 to hit.
Will hit.
All right. So you will take this much bludgeoning damage.
Half to 10.
Okay, plus this much acid damage.
Ooh.
And need you
Okay.
to succeed on a strength saving throw, please, as it attempts to consume you.
Which I have advantage on currently.
You do, because you are a strong lad.
Okay.
All right, that will pass. And it does not manage to consume you. However, the creature is still mighty indeed, and it does learns that you are a strong opponent. It will be to our monk's turn.
Before we move on to the monk's turn, I would actually like to use my sentinel feat to make a strike at it because it attacked one of my allies.
Okay.
Indeed.
13.
That will not hit.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Monk, what will you do?
I'm back at it. Let's try this one more time. So I'll come right here. So that's 10 feet. Let's attack with this good old hand axe again.
That will not hit.
Let's try one more.
That will not hit.
Let's try bonus action unarmed strike.
Ooh, that will hit. Even
There
if
you
rolled a
go.
6.
Finally.
Great. 6 bludgeoning.
All right.
Would I be able to spend a key point to
Stunning
for
strike.
stunning strike, or is it just a melee weapon attack, or does it work?
Yep, you can stunning strike on a attack roll. With
All right, cool. So I'll spend the key point for that. Oh, that's wrong.
Okay. So the creature has to make a Constitution saving throw. 18, which I believe passes.
I think it passes. And
Yeah.
I think it would pass if I could. I can't find it. Where is it?
Yeah, it has to make a con save versus your key save DC or be stunned until the end of your next turn.
8 plus proficiency plus wisdom. 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hits. Or
He saves.
8. All right. Well, then at the end of my turn, I'll make the wisdom save.
Intelligence, yes.
Intelligence. Sorry.
Must use your brain. Not good enough.
So
And
that's the end of my turn.
all right, and it will be to our wizard's turn. Mr. Wizard, what will you do?
Oh, Mr. Seeing as this worm has caused so much damage, I will reach my hand forward and cast acid arrow with a 4th level spell slot.
Ah, a mighty magics indeed.
The might of Nomus magic knows no equal. Except, of course, the internet that is not working today.
There we go. So
And remember that roll is with advantage.
yeah, so I'll roll that for you twice. There we go. At
There we
25, which I
go.
believe
Woohoo!
hits.
Yes.
Yes, it
So you-
does.
You said it was a 4th level spell.
Yes, sir. So that will be 4, 5, 66.
Yeah, 64, I think.
64. I apologize.
Yeah, no problem. And then it can take acid damage at the end of its next turn.
Yes. It takes 16 damage.
All
Of
right, and then it
acid.
is also doused in acid.
Very nice.
Oh, darn, I was supposed to move. That's fine.
All right,
Yeah, you
and is
were.
that it for your
Run
turn?
away.
Yes. Actually, I'm going to take my movement action and hide behind the cleric.
All right. Cleric, it will be to your turn. What will you do? A wizard cowers behind you.
Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is turn around and be like, okay. And then for my action, I am going to, again, toll the dead on the worm.
All right,
So
the
it's a wisdom save.
Come on, fail it. Fail it. Come on.
Ah, it gets a nat 1,
Yes,
so that is a
yes.
fail. So I
All
believe
right.
that is 2d12 necrotic damage.
12 is
Yes,
correct.
it is.
All right, so how do I use the / roll?
Slash roll space 2d12, and it's good to go.
All right.
Oh.
These
It's
dice
something.
do not like us, and they're
Oh,
not
my
even
gosh.
real.
Tragic damage rolls.
It's something. All right. As my bonus action, I'd like to cast Healing Word on our monk.
Mm.
All right, and that's going to be, let's see here. So that's 1d4 plus 6, I think.
And what is that healing word?
It's heal.
Uh,
Abracadabra. Abracadabra is traditional.
I'm fond
Ah,
of, I'm,
really?
I'm fond of like a vegetable.
Okay, so it's a 1 on the die plus I think it's 6 for my spell modifier, and then because I'm a life domain cleric, it's another +3. So
Okay.
that's total of 10.
10. Yes.
That's nice. That's nice.
That
Healing
helps.
energy.
That helps a lot.
On a 1 on the die.
Hey.
Well, good job pulling a life domain cleric as a random sheet.
Yeah, I know, right?
Mm.
All right, and I think that is going to do it for my turn. So,
All right.
oh, and I also get some health points from that as well.
All right. And it will be to Daisy's turn. Daisy, what will you do?
I move about 25 feet. I don't want to actually obscure the wizards and the cleric's vision. I just want to give them some cover. And then I shoot my short bow at him.
Okay.
14.
14 will not hit.
Boo. And then I use my bonus action to blow on my cigar and create some smoke in a 10-foot radius like here-ish.
Okay. If you want, you can use the draw shape. Actually, sorry. Can you just hold left click where you want it to go? I'll draw it for you. That way I can see. I'm not seeing the thing. So where do you want that smoke to go? I'll create that shape for
In
you. Just
front
give-
and to the left on the screen.
Okay, and what is the size of that?
It's a 10-foot square.
Okay, so like right there, is that
One
where
up.
One up. Okay, so you're in it.
Yeah.
Like that. Perfect. Okay. Yes, you obscure yourself in cigar smoke.
Yes. And I'm hoping to give the wizard and the cleric some cover as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I take it that's it for your turn.
Yep.
All right, it's a barbarian's turn. Barbarian. We're filled with
Okay.
rage. What do you do?
I of course I hit things, hit them hard. We are going to greatsword. Reckless. Sorry, just letting.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
And so 19.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
That's
15 damage.
okay.
Okay.
And then second attack.
27 definitely hits
Nice.
for 16
And
damage.
and I'm going to click my pocket watch, and I'm going to do it again.
Oh,
Nice.
that's for the folks in the crowd. What does that pocket watch do?
It gives me another action this turn, and I get to roll at the beginning of my next turn to see if I get the ability back.
Excellent. So
17 or 19 to hit.
that'll hit.
Oh, here we go.
Nice.
Oh, crap damage. But last one here. 19 again.
That'll hit.
12 more
A lot of
points.
19s.
There
Plus
we
two.
go.
I need some of those.
All right.
There we go.
Oh, wait.
Excellent.
13.
Got it. All right. And is that
29.
it for your turn, Barbarian?
Let's see. I don't yeah, that's it. That's all
All
I
right.
got.
It will be to the Paladin's turn. Paladin,
Okay.
what will you do?
Just readjust myself a little bit and take 2 swings at it with my glaive.
Ooh.
Nice.
So that's a natural 20.
That'll hit.
Aha.
So I am
Excellent.
going to also pump a first level divine smite into this
Okay.
thing.
That's your weapon strikes with holy power.
Yep.
I'm golf
So-
clapping for you right now.
And
This
this
is
is
19
amazing.
damage on the hit
Yes.
plus your smite.
So it's going to be 2d8
Woohoo!
plus
Ooh.
another 11.
Nice.
Awesome.
Damage for all.
11 radiant damage on that
So
one.
smite is 1d8 plus 1d8 per spell level. So it's going to be 4d8 on a crit.
Oh well, by all
Yep.
means.
Oh, okay. Let
Yep.
me redo that then.
Well, just roll 2 more.
Just two. Yeah, just roll 2 more.
Okay.
If you hit up arrow, it repeats the previous formula as well.
Oh,
So if you
okay.
just hit
Well-
up arrow, enter, it'll do
And
it.
that was even better.
43 points damage.
All right. Yes, a mighty blow. And that was only your first attack.
Exactly. So here comes my second one.
I like Drogon. Drogon's my new favorite character.
All right.
That's a 26 to hit.
That'll hit. That's one short of a crit.
And that's going to be 5 more slashing damage.
All right. And is that it for your turn?
That will be it for my turn.
All right. And it will be to the monster's turn, which is going to kind of like a, and then it will vomit forth a stream of acid
Ow.
in a that way direction.
Direction.
And so that line
3 for
will
1
affect
special.
everyone but the paladin and the barbarian. So I need everyone in that line to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yay.
Yay.
Before I throw my save, I'm going to cast absorb elements on myself as a reaction.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw. Yay.
Haha.
Would I be able to use Sentinel as the reaction on this to hit him?
It is not an attack.
Okay. All right. Just double checking.
All right.
What's happening?
So everyone who gets a 17 or lower takes this much
Oh.
acid damage, or half as much on a success. So 15 on a success.
With the
This
evasion-
time I do have evasive
31.
action, so
I
I
do
win.
have evasion as well, so I take half.
You take half on a success. Yeah.
No,
Or
half,
half on a
evasion.
fail. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
16.
Yep. 15 on a 15 for you if you have it.
Oh my god.
If you have evasive
So-
action and you succeed, you don't take
I
any
know I
damage at all.
failed. I failed horribly badly.
Oh,
He
okay.
got a 1. He got a 1. Yeah, you and your smoke pillow did fine. You're just like, whatever.
Yeah. So how much does your absorb elements reduce this effect by, Mr.
It
Lucy?
gives me resistance
Resistance.
to acid.
Excellent.
So
So you
I
only
take
take
half.
15. And it will be to the monk's turn.
My goodness. Wow. All right. So, if it's broke, please try to fix it. So we're gonna attack again. We're just gonna attack. I don't.
That is how the monk do. A
That
21
is-
will hit.
I got to do the muddled mind thingy.
Yeah, roll that d6. That will still hit.
All right, cool, wonderful. So let's get some attacks in. That's 9.
9 slashing.
First attack, second attack.
That'll hit as well. Even with that 6, that'll still hit.
Wonderful.
Finally.
Additional
Another
6.
Are you stunning striking on?
Yeah. I
either
was
of
just
these?
about to say I would like to use a stunning strike, please.
Okay.
And
So this is an 18 to pass if you stunning striked on the first. Are you stunning striking on the second?
yeah, let's try one more.
All right.
It meets it.
Meat. Okay, so meat beats.
3 plus 3,
It's
6.
still not stunned.
I'm just on bonus action.
Okay, that'll hit.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
All
So,
right, yes. And are you stunning striking on this as well?
How much key points do I have? Let's try one more time and then we'll just save them.
It will
Yeah.
fail and is stunned.
Finally.
There we go.
Yes.
Nap.
This is what we needed right here.
Absolutely.
It only took
are you
like
doing?
four stunning strikes.
How are you doing on key
Stun.
points?
Like
Stun.
boxing a glacier.
Yeah. I've just been yelling stun the whole time and hopefully that works. And let's make this intelligence saving.
You are still muddled in the thoughts.
I wonder if butterflies, you know.
Probably a lot of like dad jokes.
Hi worm, I'm dad. All right, that's the end of Darius's turn.
All right, and it will be to our wizard's turn, Mr. Wizard. You have been doused in acid.
I
What will
have
you
been
do?
doused in acid. I will.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. Can you roll that 2d4 because the worm needed to take your acid arrow's acid damage?
That's correct.
Let's make sure we don't forget
I keep
that.
forgetting to run away. That's what I keep.
5 damage.
All right.
I am going to cast Firebolt once again.
All
You
right.
should have advantage on that because he's stunned, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yep. Cannot
yes,
take action.
that is correct.
And you have advantage on attack rolls against it, and he can't succeed on dexterity or strength saving throws.
I like the advantage on attack rolls part.
Yeah.
Thoradar, grapple him.
I will take the 19
Okay, yeah, that'll definitely hit.
and doing a grand total of 2d10. Oh, 9 damage.
9 damage. All right. And is that it for your turn, Mr. Wizard?
That is it for my turn. Monk, how are you doing on key points?
Below half, I guess. You see the
Okay.
key floating away from Darius's body.
Just a quick rules check. If I cast Catnap in the encounter, does that count towards our short rest?
Nope. Catnap is its own thing.
Okay, and we can end the encounter when we choose, correct?
Well, you have 10 minutes between encounters that you can use to cast things like Catnap. I believe Catnap has like a 1-minute cast time, but I might
Yeah,
be
it takes a
wrong
little
about that.
while.
It is a
It's
one
an out of
action
combat.
cast.
Oh, okay.
No, it's
Well,
one
I mean, you
action.
can cast Catnap whenever, but you can also cast it in the 10 minutes between encounters.
Oh, indeed. I was simply if I use it during the encounter, I want to double up both on catnip and my 10 minutes.
Yep, you can do both. All right. So, Life Cleric, what will you do?
All right, so trying to like pat off some of the burning acid on me. I'm just and then I'm gonna take out a potion of greater healing and pop the cork and down that as my action. So let me see. That's 4d4 plus 4. All right, so 10 hit points. And then as my bonus action, I am going to cast Mass Healing Word. And the word is going to be shit. And that should get everybody except our Paladin. So let me roll how many hit points that's going to give us.
That's gonna be
Yep.
1d4 plus spell mod.
Yeah, plus 9 because of life domain.
Okay, so everyone gets 10.
I'm doing that right now, actually. What in the?
Oh, no, that's the healing potion. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Sorry, one more try.
All right.
D.
I got you.
Plus 9. It's still not working. All right,
That's
let me
right,
just do
I got
the 1d4.
There you go. So that's 11.
All right, so everybody gets 11.
Oh,
All right. Is that it for your
including-
turn?
Yep, and that's also including me. So I'm gonna just add that in. And yes, that's
All right.
that's it.
Daisy, it will be to your turn. What will you do?
okay. Well, originally I was going to run over to the cleric and give some hooch, heal him up, but move over here out of smoke so I can aim, and I will shoot at Mr. Worm with my crossbow. 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. And
9 piercing.
9 plus
46.
it's 46. Woohoo! 21 points damage. Or 22, sorry.
All right. Fantastic. And is that it
And
for your
for my
turn?
bonus action, I am going to create another smoke cloud adjacent to the previous smoke cloud surrounding me.
Okay.
So move it so they're right to the left of the original.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, and it will be to our barbarian's turn, Mr. Barbarian. What will you do?
I'm gonna roll my d6. So
Perfect.
I do not get my click back on the watch, so I am simply going to greatsword.
Okay. 27 will hit.
Okay, and so that is 15 damage with the +2,
Okay.
and greatsword.
That'll hit as well.
Okay, with that's 10 or 12 damage with the 2.
Okay. This creature is badly wounded, but it is still chonky. Will take many more blows to defeat.
I
least a few more.
miscalculated that everybody gets 2 more hit points because it was a 3rd level spell. So just sorry.
Okay.
Okay,
And is that it for your turn, Mr.
I'm not
Barbarian?
complaining. Do you hear anyone else complaining?
I'm not complaining at all.
let's see. I think that's it. That's all. That's all I got. Let's go.
All right, Paladin, what will you do?
All right, first thing I'm going to do is shout out to Darius, grabbing my holy symbol. It's like, hang in there, buddy. I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on you. So it gives you a +2 to your AC. As long as I maintain concentration.
All right.
Then I am going to make 2 swings with my glaive because that counted as a bonus action.
Fantastic. Let's see. 15 will not hit.
Okay. And the second one,
Oh, that's a
Natural
critical
20.
hit. That will hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am not going to put my Divine Smite into it though.
All right, for 15 damage.
Yeah.
And is that it for your turn?
That is going to be it for now.
All right, the creature is stunned until the end of the monk's turn. Mr. Monk, it's your turn. What will you do?
I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna remember to move this time.
There you go.
So let's try this.
24 will hit. Even if you roll that d6, no matter what, it will still hit.
Right. So that is 8 slashing.
Okay.
Let's try to stun it again.
Okay.
Yes.
It is stunned again.
Wonderful. So I attack again. Let's roll the d6.
Roll that d6. That'll miss.
All right. Unarmed attack. Unarmed strike. What was that? 24.
That'll hit.
Cool. Boom.
7 damage.
Yeah, so it's 15 total. And I'll move away
Into the
over this
smoke.
way. Oh, I should
There's
move.
smoke right behind you.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, I'm moving to smoke. And then
Okay.
end of the turn. I keep doing that. End of the turn, I have to.
Make that in save.
Yep. Hope.
No, still muddled.
What?
To
Wow.
our wizard's turn.
My
Wizard.
goodness.
I am going to move 20 feet to there. And
I
will
apologize. I didn't mean to block your view.
Oh no, it's perfectly fine. Everything's going according to plan.
Oh,
As I
okay.
will cast Firebolt again.
All right. Yes. Bolt of flame.
With a 20.
Woohoo!
20 will hit.
Or what is this guy's spell casting? 6. Sorry, that's an 18.
An 18 will still hit.
Oops.
16. Oh, that's not right.
That is not correct. I wish it was 2d20, but it's only 2d10. As it will take 9 points of fire damage.
All right. A mighty blow indeed, but not enough to
And I
fell
will-
the creature.
I will take my last 5 feet of movement to move there.
All right. Mr. Cleric of the life domain. What will you do?
Right, so I'm just gonna move up a little bit. Probably
The worm
let me
has
see.
turned. Whoever said that in chat. Nice.
I'm gonna move right over next to
10 out of 10.
the rogue here. And then can I still cast a spell from in this fog? I can't
It
remember.
depends. Some spells do not require that you see your target. If the spell does require you see your target, you are not able to see it as you currently are positioned.
Let me see.
You can move out of the smoke to cast your spell and then move back in.
Yeah, and I do need to see it for Toll the Dead. Okay, so before I move, then going back to where I was at before, I'm gonna do Toll the Dead on the worm. So it's another wisdom save.
All right. Yes. Surprisingly, the worm has significant wisdom, so it will not be told.
Okay. All right. Then I'm just gonna run into the fog, and that's gonna be my turn.
All right. And it will be to Daisy's turn. Daisy, what will you do?
So I move out of the smoke again. Rather than say excuse me past all those guys. And I shoot it with my short bow.
Okay. Fire away. A
14 to
14 will
hit.
not hit.
Boo. And I use my bonus action to create more smoke.
Oh my god.
I can do it as many times as I want. There's no limit. I checked.
Mhm.
Hey.
All right. And
New
is that it
spell,
for your
wall of
turn?
smoke. One
Yep.
bonus action at a time.
Okay. And it will be to our barbarian's turn.
One puff of my cigar at a time.
Okay, got to roll that d6. I do not get my thing back, so it is going to be greatsword. 1. It's an 18.
That'll hit.
11 plus 2 is 13.
Okay.
Greatsword, 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
18 plus 2 is 20.
All right. And with that second blow, you cleave the worm in twain.
Oh,
Collapses writhing to the floor.
Nice.
Yes.
and we're not
Very
dead
good.
yet.
Good.
And you
Good
guys are
fight. Let's find
victorious.
another one.
So you have 10 minutes of in-game time before you must engage your next encounter. Use this time wisely and decide whether you wish to face a hard, an easy, or a medium next. Keep in mind, we have almost slightly under 2 hours left on the clock.
Would you like to take a cat nap now?
How many
How does
encounters
that-
are there total before we see Xanathar?
Yeah.
You have 2 more you must complete for a total of 3 encounters before Xanathar. And if Xanathar runs out of time, he does still kill you.
Okay.
So
if it's mid-encounter.
Do we
Yeah,
do
I mean-
medium
Doing
then?
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
And then what do you want? Do we want to save the cat nap or the short rest for right before Xanathar?
Yeah, right before Xanathar. What does the catnap do?
I also have
So-
a prayer of healing I can do. Casting
Catnap?
time 10 minutes, so I can save that for our second to last encounter.
We
Okay.
we are afforded one normal short rest, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So catnap would allow us to take additional short rests for up to 3 people could take additional short rests out of that sequence.
Okay.
So,
So, who's
but
going to
it's-
who's going to benefit most from the short rest though? Probably the
The
monk.
monk.
To get his key points
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
That's
because the
it.
monk
We need to
can
get we
yeah.
need to get Darius. It's Darius who's got the intelligence
Darius.
problem,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So we need
Yeah.
to get his brains back.
Yeah.
That
Only
ends
lasts a
after
minute,
1
though.
minute, so it automatically disappears.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So that's gone. Good.
um
Welcome back to
Um,
reality.
I want to use my 10 minutes to rewind the watch so I can get my extra action back.
Yep, it will automatically do that eventually through sheer
Yeah.
statistical probability.
so monk, do you want to take a cat nap and get all your key back?
Yeah, that would work.
Okay, I'm gonna cast catnap on the monk and myself.
Can I take one? I'll just to get back up to full HP, I'll use a hit dice.
Yes.
It's
That is
up
a-
to 3 T creatures, so yeah.
I'll
Up
go
to 3
ahead and do
creatures. I am going to yeah, and also you can spend hit dice. You get the normal benefits of a short rest. Let's see, wizard's hit dice is a D4 still.
D6.
This is a D6. Wonderful. I will take 2 of my hit dice, please.
All right. So if I heard you folks correctly, you're interested in doing a medium followed by a medium encounter? That's not
Yes,
Correct.
that's what we said.
excellent. All right.
And I'm
Well,
going
let
to
me know
use-
when you guys are ready and we will move to our new map.
Sorry, did you say we did take a short rest?
No,
just
I
3
cast
10-minute
instead.
break.
I cast a catnap, which gives us additional short rests. I am also going to use my arcane recovery to regain my 4th level spell slot.
And I'm gonna take one more healing potion here real quick.
Okay. I was gonna offer Hooch to whoever needed it, but it looks like you guys killed yourselves up pretty good.
Yeah, I
The-
think we didn't take that much damage after all is said and done.
What does
Yeah,
the Hooch do?
To thanks to the cleric spells.
I took all of the damage.
I was at one point I was at 4 HP, so I don't know if we can say we didn't take any
Yeah,
damage.
that could have been really
No.
bad if it'd gone just
Yeah.
a little worse.
I was gonna say the amount of damage that thing can put out versus what we actually took is actually pretty good because it was stunned for 2 whole rounds. So
Matt,
That's true.
question on time. We are instantaneously teleported between adventures or between scenes, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to reach out to the paladin and give him stone skin,
Oh,
Ah, yes.
which lasts for an hour, which should last the rest of the adventure.
Well, short rest. are
well,
1
until we
hour
take the
long.
until we take the actual.
Oh,
short
right,
rest.
right. That is a short
Yeah.
rest. Maybe I'll hold that. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay. I will move us to our new map then.
Yes.
Guys are whisked away by the magic of Xanathar's lair to a new map. Find ourselves here inside a mysterious black box that you can start anywhere in this black box. You may choose your starting positions. This room that you see before you is a triangular pool of water that is murky, providing heavy obscurement to anything that might be within or beneath the water. On the other side of the embankment, you can see there are 4 hobgoblins behind what appear to be barricades that are roughly 3 to 4 feet high, allowing them to look and shoot over them with ease. You can position yourselves to see fit as you see fit, and once we are ready, we will roll initiative.
Can we tell how deep the water is from where
You
we're at?
cannot. It is murky and gross.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Yes, let us begin.
All right.
Let's go.
Looks like our barbarian's straddling the line between 2 squares.
Yeah, that's-
all right. If I put
that's
you there.
Actually,
I'm gonna scoot over by my pally buddy here.
Okay. When you are ready, please roll for initiative, and I will make sure you end up on the track.
damn.
I'm supposed to have advantage on initiative, so just a heads up. It
Yeah,
doesn't
you can
seem
roll
like that.
twice, and I can adjust for the higher result.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, a 7.
Okay.
That's a
Well,
2
that's
for
easy
me.
enough.
Wow. I think the initiative's rigged on this.
So I'll do my guys first, then I'll make sure everyone's looking good on their initiatives.
Well, I rolled a
Alright.
7, and the sheet is still not functioning correctly.
Most curious problem.
It is fine.
You turn it off and back on again.
That might
All right,
work,
so
actually.
Daisy with the 23, Darius with the 12, Barbarian. You said you had initiative or advantage. So what was your roll with advantage?
The 10 was the high one.
Oh, okay. And then we need our wizard. Wizard, what was your initiative?
7.
7. Okay. And then we need our cleric as well. Cleric, what was your initiative?
That was a big old 2.
2. Okay. And then I believe we only need our paladin. Paladin, what was your initiative?
11.
11. Thank you very much. All right. Let's take a look. Fantastic. Okay. So the hobgoblins, being swift, evidently, are going right after Daisy, who is going first. Daisy, what will you do? Keep in
Said they're
mind for
going-
keep in mind for swimming, you move at half speed when swimming, unless you have a swim speed.
Okay. So if I use dash as my action and my bonus action, how far can I go in one turn?
90. If your speed
Okay,
is 30.
45. So 5, 10, 15. 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85. All right. So I'll stay here and I'll just sort of tread water.
Okay.
And I'm doing my best to keep my head under the water so they can't tell exactly where I am if they're like maybe hiding behind the barrier or something. Like obviously
Okay.
I'm breathing. I have my head at least something above the water to breathe, but as little as possible.
So as you move through the water, something reaches up to bite you as an opportunity attack, revealing itself and ending its hidden status. As a big stonkin' Hydra.
Oh no.
Jeez.
So it attacks you with advantage because it was hidden when it made that attack. So
No, it doesn't. Alert, you can't be surprised while you're conscious. Other creatures don't get advantage on attack rolls as a result of being hidden from you.
Oh, okay,
Oops.
so a 12 to hit then.
Very nice.
Fails. Ha.
All right.
There you
Roguey
go.
rogues.
All right, yeah, sorry. You may continue your movement otherwise.
Well, this is 85 feet and this is 95 feet. So if I can climb out, I want to. Will you let me climb out?
If you could enter that square using 5 feet, yeah, you can
All
climb
right.
out.
Thank you.
All right.
And
Is
I'm
that it
hiding
for your
behind the
turn?
wall, laying as low as possible. So hopefully the goblins don't know I'm there.
Okay. Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
All right, it will be to the hobgoblin's turn. So this guy looked at you and definitely sees you and will fire at you using a longbow. So we will get a 15 to hit.
My AC is 15, so I think that hits.
That does hit. All right, and with that attack, you will deal 7 damage.
Which gets cut in half with uncanny dodge.
Okay. We will get our other hobgoblin to go, who will look downrange and see a wizard. And he will fire at that wizard. A 16 to hit, Mr. Wizard.
That is my armor class exactly.
So for 9 damage.
Very
Then we
good,
get-
sir.
This hobgoblin, who hears from his homie that there is someone on the other side of his barricade. So he's going to walk over and using his longsword, he will make 2 attacks against you, a 15 and a 7.
15 hits, 7 does not.
Okay. You will take 7 damage from that hit, and it will be to Darius's turn. Darius, what will you do?
You're muted.
Oh, wow. If I activate the top hat to fly, does that count against the remaining speed that I have, or is it like an additional 20 feet?
So you can only fly 20 feet on your turn, and
Okay.
you can't use it to fly farther than your maximum speed as afforded by your walking speed.
All right, gotcha. So let's see if I do this. Click. That'll be 35. Okay. Stop doing things that I don't want you to do. All right, so I'll run forward to this edge right here. And I have a hand axe and a hand axe thrown. So that's 2 separate hand axes, correct?
If it's the +1 hand axe, it's the same one.
Okay.
Um,
Gotcha. That's so that's 35 to get there. I have 20. I guess I can make it here. No, I won't make it there. I'll throw the hand axe at this. He's obscured, or he's just standing behind a
He
wall.
has half cover, which gives him +2 to AC and dexterity saving throws against you.
Okay, I got you. So all right, well, I'll just throw the hand axe, and next turn I'll get that fella.
And is that against this fellow
The
right
one,
up here?
yeah, the one straight ahead, in front of where I am.
All right, throw away. Keep in mind, this does deprive you of your hand axe.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Ooh,
All right, that'll hit.
great. 9. That's 9 slashing.
Okay.
Don't have another one to throw, so I guess I'll end my turn there.
All right. In that case, it will be to our Paladin's turn.
Okay, so I am going to come running up and kind of jump towards the water. But just before I hit it, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Misty Step. Bringing
Nice.
myself. Well, there we go. Bringing myself right up next to our lovely rogue.
I
Who
like it.
wants to play with
Excellent
the Hydra?
move.
Well, I mean, I got one of my friends out there kind of by them lonesome. And yeah, I'm gonna make my 2 glaive attacks.
All right, swing away. 17 will hit.
Okay.
For 8 damage.
And my second one.
21 will hit. For 13 damage. All right.
That's everything.
Okay, and it will be to the Barbarian's turn. Barbarian, what will you do?
Okay. Is the Hydra at surface level? So does that
Yes,
mean
it
that
is just beneath the surface of the water.
if I were to stand on that land just caddy corner to it, would I be within 5 feet and able to make a melee attack?
Yes, you would.
Okay. Why not? I rage.
Sounds so angry as you say that.
Yeah, there's a lot of reluctance in your
Great.
voice.
So here's the question, though. Keep in mind, as a berserker, when you rage, you have to declare whether or not you will also frenzy. So whether your rage
yes.
is rage or
I am-
super rage.
I am frenzying at this stage.
Okay.
Super rage.
Super rage.
Oh, I had a question about that. So, is there any way to recover the whatever the
Level of exhaustion.
Exhaustion.
Certain
Yes.
spells can recover levels of exhaustion. You also can, in the event of an emergency, cash in some of your Xanathar's magical items for a powerful healing effects. You cash in 3, you get a resurrection. You cash in 2, you get a heal spell. You cash in 1, you get a greater restoration, which does cure 1 level of exhaustion.
Thank you very much. That helps. Okay.
But you lose those items permanently.
Yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's do that thing. So first attack with the great sword.
Are you attacking recklessly before you?
I am attacking recklessly. Yes, I am.
Excellent.
18 to hit.
An 18 does hit.
12 damage.
Okay,
Second attack, reckless. 22 to hit.
that'll hit.
The 18 damage.
Okay. So when you hit it that
Frenzy-
second time, that will cause one of its heads to die.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm not aiming at the heads. I don't want to aim at the heads.
Doesn't matter. This is happening.
And then frenzied attack. 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
12 damage. I'm gonna
Okay.
click the button, and I'm gonna. Do I get another frenzy as part of my?
No, you only
Does
get
win-
one action, not another bonus action.
Not
Actually,
another-
you
okay,
can't
that's-
you can't make that frenzy attack on the same turn you rage because it costs a bonus action to
Oh,
hedge your
that is.
rage.
Oh yeah, that is true. Then can I count that as part of my?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Your second attack
So-
series.
Yeah, so that would be the first of my second attacks, and 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
17 plus 2 is 19
19,
points of
okay.
damage for that as well.
Fantastic. All right, and is that it for your turn?
That is all I got right now.
All right, and it will be to this Hobgoblin's turn. He will move down here and fire at you, Mr. Paladin, using one of his longbows. A 20.
That's gonna hit.
Ooh.
So that will hit, but because he has a buddy within 5 feet of you, he gets martial advantage, which gives him a damage bonus for 20 damage on that
Boo.
hit.
Okay. Okay.
Or sorry, not I rolled 2d8, so 2d6. Change that value. Oh, well, that's even better. 22 damage.
Hilarious.
Okay.
All right. And it will be to the Hydra's turn. The Hydra hungers for the flesh of both barbarians and monks, so it will move right there.
Do I get
Does
an
the
attack?
barbarian get an opportunity attack?
Yes, it does.
Oh, I gotta. Let's see. Where's my great sword? Still 22
That'll
to hit.
hit.
16 points of damage.
Fantastic. But now that the Hydra is here, it will make its attacks. And it currently has 4 heads due to the loss of some heads. So it will make 2 bite attacks against our monk. Whoa. Critical bite, and then a regular bite, and then 2 against our barbarian. And that's with advantage against the barbarian. So we're going to crit fish. We didn't catch anything this time. So our monk will take from that first hit 18 damage because it was a critical hit, and from that second hit, our monk will take 14 damage, and then our barbarian will take 8 and 12.
Halved to 4 and 6, so 10 total.
All right, and at the end of its turn, the creature regenerates and grows 2 new heads and recovers from some of its damage. So it is now a 6-headed Hydra. Fun.
I always take a lot of damage. That's always fun for me.
And it will be
I
to
thought
the
this was supposed to
wizard's
be
turn.
easier than the previous encounter.
That's what I thought.
No,
All right.
easy mode compared to the number of items. Yeah.
It will
Wizard?
be to the wizard's turn.
I will move up to the barbarian, just outside
Yeah.
of this creature's range. And I will cast. Well, I will cast a firebolt upon this creature. And these it's still not working. Ooh, that's it's a 15 hit.
A 15 does hit if you're aiming at the Hydra.
I
or
am
the
aiming at the
Hobgoblins.
Hydra.
Yep, that'll hit.
For 8 damage. Nothing
Alright,
in
and-
particular.
And
Amazing.
when you deal fire damage to this Hydra, you realize that your fire damage has suppressed its regenerating ability.
Indeed.
Yay.
Come here, babe. Yeah.
That means I can hit it harder, right?
Yes, that exactly.
Mhm.
All right. And is that it for your turn, Mr. Wizard?
That is it for my turn.
All right. Life Cleric.
All right, as my action, I am going to Toll the Dead on the Hydra. So that's a wisdom save of 14.
Okay. Hydras. Not particularly wise, believe it or not.
See what the dice say.
7, so that will fail.
There we go.
All right. So because he is damaged, that's going to be 2d12.
Come on, max damage. Let's go.
Come
Damage,
on.
max damage.
Yeah,
Not
there
bad.
we go.
Bad.
Go.
17. All right.
You're keeping up with the Barbarian. That's the way to do it.
All right, perfect. And then as my bonus action, I am going to cast. Oh wait, oh crap! I can't do. No wait, told that is a cantrip. So as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Ooh.
So right in front of the Hydra, what's going to appear is a severed Hydra head on a plaque. Underneath of it is just going to be an inscription that reads "Reserved for you." Right.
Okay.
And when I summon that, I can attack with it that turn, right? Or do I have to wait? Until
You
the next
can,
Yeah,
yes.
Mhm.
All right.
So
So
I've created your spiritual weapon token here. You can control it.
all right, perfect. 20, come on. Ah! It's a natural one.
That will miss.
no.
Nice try though.
Nice try.
Man.
All right. So that is, and I think I'm just going to stay where I'm at. So that's going to end my turn.
All right. And it will be to Daisy's turn. Daisy, what will you do?
Well, I wave my fist at the hobgoblin in front of me for all the hobgoblins in the Hydra to see, and I say, "Eat this, you bleep
Tell him
bleeps."
so.
And then I attack with my short sword.
Ah,
So since I have advantage, 20 to hit.
that'll definitely hit.
All right.
Get that sneak attack.
I do.
Mhm.
And I get sneak attack 'cause I'm next to our paladin.
And have advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So 24 damage.
That will make for an extremely dead hobgoblin.
Yay.
Ready.
I warned you.
Dead hobgoblin, best hobgoblin.
All right. Is that it for your turn, Daisy?
Yes, it is.
All right. It will be to the hobgoblin's turn. And this hobgoblin, seeing the death of his comrade, will be like, no, and run forward with his sword held out in front of him, and he will take a swing at you, Daisy, in retribution.
And I will use my
Oh.
reaction to hit him.
Oh no!
No. No, you don't hit.
And now you get to learn a lesson.
Yep. So now I'm gonna, make him pay for that.
Yeah.
Using Sentinel.
That'll hit.
That's a 19. 8 slashing damage.
All right. And it will be to this other hobgoblin's turn. But their dastardly plan is revealed as he moves up to here and he fires at you, Daisies, with his. Oh my god.
Yes. Yes. The tables have turned.
So much for that. And it
How
will be
the
to
turns
Darius's
table.
turn.
Oh, the turntables.
Mhm.
Um,
All right, let's go, guys.
So I look at the Hydra after deal so much damage to me. I look at the Hydra, then I turn to the Hobgoblin who I already hit, and I tip my top hat, my nice trendy Xanathar's trendy top hat,
Okay.
and I say, "Well, we'll be back," and I teleport over to the other side behind my buddy old friend, old pal, o' mine.
Oh man.
Right here. So let's get some unarmed strikes in there.
All right. Swing away.
All right. So first one is, does an 11 hit?
It does not.
All right. Let's try a second one. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
All right. Let's try a third one.
Come on.
Whoa!
Hey!
That'll hit.
There we go.
Critical punch.
What's it like? Rib shots. And I'll put a stunning strike on this one, just in case, because I missed the other.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. So with that stunning strike, we got to make a con save.
Kidney punch.
But
Yeah.
He will pass
Oh.
that con save.
Yeah, he did quite
Flying
well.
colors.
what is up? Do I still have? Do I teleported?
Do you still have what? Movement? Yes, you do.
All right, cool. So I'm run away. Let's go. Okay, so yeah, so 5, 15, 20. Right here. Let's go right here.
Okay. All right. And it will be to our Paladin's turn. Mr. Paladin, what will you do?
All right, I am going to go ahead and smack this guy some more.
Cleave. Cleave.
That's going to be a 26 to hit
That'll hit.
for 9 slashing.
Okay, a mighty blow indeed.
And one more.
That'll hit.
Okay. Oh, 6 slashing on that one.
All right. Significant
Still
blow, but
pretty
not enough to
solid.
kill the creature. Is that it for your turn, Mr. Paladin?
Yeah, that'll be it for my turn.
Wonderful. All right, Barbarian. You are up.
Just gonna get in range right here
Okay.
and continue the onslaught. But first, I must roll a d6 to see if I got a 6. Yes.
All right.
I get to do it again. Okay, so we're going to greatsword. Natural 20
All right. Yes, that will hit.
for 11.
22.
Let's see. Yeah, 22 damage on that one. Greatsword again for 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's 15, 17 damage.
All right.
We're going to
That will cause one of its heads to die.
and it's
It is not regenerating currently. No.
okay, sweet.
Give it time.
And I'm going to frenzied hit. 26 to
Okay.
hit. 15 damage. And click the watch to get another action.
Attack, 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 attack.
An 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
14 damage.
Okay.
And 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Here we go.
For 16, 17,
All
18.
right. The Hydra is
damage.
badly wounded, but it is not dead. Is that it for your turn, Barbarian?
Bad lizard. Okay, done.
I said, did any more of the heads fall off?
Only one. You can
Okay.
only lose one head per turn.
Mm.
So say if the rules.
It's still one less head.
All right.
Yeah, but remember, it might sprout 2 more in a minute.
It cannot regenerate in this case.
Yeah, it does
Oh,
not
okay.
regenerate.
It will
like
not
Fire.
do that. So it will be to this Hobgoblin's turn, who will see an exposed Paladin backside and fire. Whoa. 21.
And he will hit.
Your luck had to come back.
All right. And he gets his martial advantage thanks to Hobgoblin Bro Power for an addition for a total of 13 damage.
Okay.
And that's it for his turn. But the Hydra will go, and
Flesh
there's only one person within munching distance, and that is the Barbarian. And because you attacked recklessly, he has advantage on attacks against you. So
Very true.
here we go.
Uh-oh.
Attack number 1. 1, 2. That's a hit. 2. 2. That's a hit. 3. 14.
Just hits.
Okay. Attack number 4. That's a hit. 5. Critical
Oh,
hit.
dear.
So 5 hits, 1 crit.
Uh-oh.
It only has 5 heads
4.
left.
Yep. So 5 attacks, 5 hits, 1 crit.
I thought, oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
One of
yeah.
those hits is
Four
crit.
hits. 4 hits. 1 crit is what I was. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. So that is 16, 29,
Down.
39 damage. Plus
Okay.
the crit.
Halved.
So a total of 55 damage over 5 hits, halved to 22.
Oh.
22.
All
Oh,
right.
sorry, no, not 22. 26. No, 27.
27.
I am bad at math. Apparently. 27. All right.
Okay.
And it will be to the wizard's turn.
Well, I will continue preventing this thing from regenerating as I cast another firebolt at it.
All right.
15, 20. Oh, stopping right about there. Hey, as a 17 hit.
17 does hit.
Nice.
Wonderful. Ooh,
19 fire
Nice.
damage.
Very
Enough
nice.
to slay the
Yeah.
Hydra as it collapses
Yes.
into
Yes.
the water.
All right.
Before it
That's the
kills
way
one
to
of
do it.
us.
Very
All right.
good.
I turned
And
around.
that ends my
You
turn.
couldn't have done that just a little sooner. Why?
All right, Mr. Cleric, it is your turn. What will you do?
All right, so let me see. I can move my spirit weapon up to 20 feet. So let me move that. I'm going to move that closer to the hobgoblin I can see. It's going to be right there. And then I am going to move myself. Right. Let's see. 15, 20, 30, right in front of the wizard. And then I am going to toll the dead on the hobgoblin that is right in front of me.
They are not particularly wise. No, they're not. He will fail. He is damaged, so you do get that full toll effect.
Nice.
So rolling 2d12. That's going to be nice. 17 points of damage.
That'll be enough to kill that hobgoblin as he hears the bell toll for thee.
Excellent.
And it goes down.
All right. And that's going to do it for my turn.
All right, and it will be to Daisy's turn. Daisy, what will you do?
I will attack the hobgoblin that is next to me and the paladin with my short sword. 21 to hit, actually.
That'll hit.
But 19 would hit too, so it doesn't really matter.
Yep.
So 9
9.
plus 14.
All right, he is very dead, leaving only one hobgoblin remaining. Unfortunately, they fear Xanathar far more than they fear you, so he will not surrender under any circumstances.
If I move closer to the hobgoblin, will that help Phil in any way when he goes to attack?
No.
Okay, it doesn't matter. That's
no,
fine then.
no.
Just checking.
Let him come to us.
All right. All right.
All right. In that case, it will be to this hobgoblin's turn, who will draw back his bow and fire a desperate shot against you, Daisy. A 17.
Hits.
Okay. For 5 damage.
Of course, he's going to stay back with the bow.
With
Damn.
evasive action, that is 2 points.
Okay, and it will be to Darius's turn.
Well, there's only one
Finish
thing.
him.
Did I pick up my hand axe? I didn't, right?
Yeah, you can pick your hand axe up the ground as a part of your movement.
Sure, cool. I'll do that and charge this good old boy right here. And I get up next to him and say, "Hey there." And I proceed to attack.
It's a Kenshiro moment.
So that's an 11. Does an 11 hit?
It does not.
All right, let's try another attack. There's a 20.
20 does hit.
All right, hit him in 7 slashing damage. Spends a key point for Fury of Blows because I'm upset. He needs to die. 11.
11 does not hit.
Nice. Frustration.
That does not hit either.
Now he's even more upset.
So I move away.
Okay.
That would provoke an opportunity attack.
No, it does not. Mobile
Not
feat.
for him.
Oh, you're special.
35. Not 20.
All right.
Yeah.
And it will be to
Drop that,
a
right.
Paladin's turn. Mr.
Okay.
Paladin.
So I am going to rush right up to this guy, yelling out at him, "You should fear me." As I use my channel divinity for Vow of Enmity as a bonus action, I gain advantage on attack rolls against the creature.
Excellent.
So
You're filled with hatred for this lone hobgoblin for some reason.
for all of them, just all of them.
It's vengeance. You're a
It's
vengeance
going to be a
paladin.
25 to hit
That'll hit.
for 14 slashing damage.
All right, he is still alive.
Well, hopefully not for long.
16 will hit.
Okay. So I have that was a 5, but because of my fighting style, great weapon, I get to reroll 1s and 2s.
Well, is he still
Okay.
alive?
He is still alive, yes.
Okay.
Whoa.
Well, how
Now
about with
he's
12?
Dad. All right. And you are victorious against this
Aha.
Hooray.
encounter.
Woo!
You guys claim victory. And you have 10 minutes before your next encounter, and you get one more before fighting the Xanathar.
Would we like to?
Yeah, use your time wisely. We have 1 minute 20 or 1 hour 23 minutes on the left on the clock.
Would
Did
we
we
like
already
to cook
reset
up?
the-
Did we already ask
Go ahead.
about the benefit that we got for facing a hard and then a medium challenge? Or
You'll find out when you face Xanathar.
Okay.
It's a mystery.
How
Would we
much
like to use
healing
our
can
short
the cleric
rest
do?
at this point?
But what are we going
If
to go
anybody-
for next? Are we going to do a medium, or are we going to maybe try to take something easy this time?
Seems that I get hit hard every time. I think I don't know.
So
Yeah, maybe-
taking another medium, does that make do we know if that makes a difference later or?
If
So
well,
it'll
It
give
improves what
us-
we get.
Yeah.
With face
May I
Xanathar
suggest-
later.
May I suggest that we take our short rest at this point, seeing as we
Okay.
only have one encounter left, our actual short rest, and then we can cast lasting buffs that will last for the rest of the adventure.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess we can try that. The only downside to that is that if somebody goes down, then the lasting buffs go away, and then we might not have them again. So
Yeah, that's
we
true.
didn't
I mean-
take too much damage this turn, so I'm not sure.
I don't.
Let's
Yeah,
get
I'm not
the-
sure that we need it. And lasting buffs we can hold on to like until we actually get into a situation where we need them.
Well, our monk
Um,
is our monk and our barbarian did take a good deal of damage, but the rest of us
True.
are high enough that I think we could get away without a short rest. At least us
I
individually.
have.
Do we all
no,
have to
I
take
have-
our short rest at the same time?
you
Yeah.
do. Yes.
Okay, worth a try.
Oh wow! No. Okay, wait. So we have the items on the character sheet.
Yes.
We have those.
Mhm. Yep.
Why didn't see those
I-
until just now? That's funny.
Right, exactly. I'm going. If I have a request, can anybody cast a restoration spell to assist me in not being so tired right now?
That,
I
that
have
is a
lesser
negative.
restoration, but it doesn't help with exhaustion. It just helps with other things.
I have 3 potions of healing in addition to my hooch. If anyone needs a potion of healing,
What
Oh,
does the hooch do again?
it's the equivalent of a short rest.
Okay.
So if anyone wants to actually, let's
Yeah.
share out the hooch now, and then they can do
Yeah.
the real short rest later.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So
we got 10
I
minutes.
give the hooch to everyone who needs it most.
Okay. And so do we? What do we do with the hooch? Do we need
You
to
take a
do we
drink
need-
and you get a short rest.
Okay. And
Yeah,
so I can
okay.
I can use hit dice for
So-
that.
Yes, you roll the same amount of hit dice as you would if you took a short rest to heal.
Okay. Does it take away from my hit dice pool?
I have no clue. It doesn't specify. DM, does it take away from their hit dice pool?
For short resting, yes.
No. If they take the hooch, if they drink my hooch.
If they spend hit dice when they do it, yeah.
Okay, that was the question.
Any
Okay.
hit dice spent during that are still counted.
Also, I, as a healer, I can go in with my healing kit and I can restore 1d6 plus 4 plus your maximum number of hit dice to anybody who needs it. So I can do that for people as well.
I would appreciate that. That would be helpful.
That would be helpful for me as well, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I think any of us that are injured, that would be helpful for.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll just take a
So-
potion of healing so you don't have to waste a spell on me because I'm pretty full up.
So it's not a spell he's using.
It's
to
not a
heal.
spell.
It's
just a healing
yeah, I'm
kit.
just using a healing kit. I have 10
Oh.
of them, so I can help everybody right now if
Perfect.
you
All
want.
right, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do
do
that.
it.
Okay.
All right.
We'll just do that. Let's hold on to the hooch unless somebody needs it specifically.
Yeah.
Because I
Fair.
won't need it then.
Bear with me then. I'm going to have to roll all of this for each individual. So give me just a few minutes to type all this out.
It's okay.
4. All right. So our monk, you're up first. So 9 plus however many hit dice you have, which I think everybody has 7, right?
Everybody's gonna be
Yeah.
7. Yep.
We all got 7.
Okay.
It does a total or how much you have currently?
Total.
Your total
number
hit
of
dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Total hit dice. It's
So
basically
it's-
the number of levels you have.
Yeah. So
Okay.
whatever I'm gonna roll, just add 7 to it. So for the monk, that's 9 plus 7.
16.
All right. Barbarian, you're up next.
Okay.
All right, 10 plus 7, that's 17.
Okay.
Rogue, you're next. 9 plus 7.
Okay, perfect. I'm up to full again.
Right.
Of course, my full is wimpy, so.
Okay, let me see. Wizard, you're next. 7 plus 7.
Hey, that maxes me out.
All right, and then who? Paladin. I
Paladin,
haven't gotten
yep.
you yet.
Yep.
All right.
I'll also take 2 potions of healing. That's
All right. 9's my lucky number. So
Okay.
Paladin, that's a 9 plus 7. So
Okay.
Okay, so the potion of healing is 1d4 plus 2, right?
depends. No, which one are you using? A greater?
No, just
If you
a
click
regular-
it on the
it's-
sheet, it should.
Oh, yeah, it
do
does.
what
It
you
It
want
should be
it to do.
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
So if you
2d4
click it,
oh, it's not letting me click or
it's not.
Yeah.
No,
The
okay.
item won't let you click for some reason. It's just a name. It doesn't have an actual roll
Just
attached to
Type
it.
roll 2d4.
There's mine.
move away, roll 2.
Weird. Yeah, it's 2d4 plus 2.
All right. Oh yeah. fucking
Nice.
Good rolls. Yeah, man. So that's that. 10. I'm gonna take another one. So you said the up. How do you do that? Oh, there it is.
What?
Oh,
Max
Perfect.
healing again.
Hey,
It's a good thing we're on the roll 20. Otherwise, somebody would accuse you of cheating there.
Okay. Well, that's all I have. That's all the luck I have for the rest of the game, guys. We will get through it. However, can't go past the maximum. And
All right.
before we go, I want to activate the how is it? Ion.
Iron Stone.
Oh, so good guys. Yep. What are you eating?
Oh, you.
Do you have a
The dog.
pet?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's got a
What?
puppy.
This whole
Shall
time,
we
my
continue?
kitten's been trying to attack my wires under my feet. So
Before we go into the next encounter, I light up another cigar right before we walk in.
Yeah, I'd like to activate
Um,
the Ion Stone. Of
Nobody has greater restoration though, correct?
I do not
Correct.
know.
No, but you can cash in one item to get that benefit. If you wanna
Do we have any items
get
that we
rid of
want to get
one.
rid of?
We got one more encounter before Xanathar, correct?
Yeah.
You do. Yep.
let's
Let
let's
me ask: does greater restoration get rid of all of the effects, or just one
One level
Uh,
of exhaustion.
of exhaustion? Okay. You know what? That's fine. Let's just
may
let's
I
just go to the next one.
recommend that we throw away the autobiography since we already have that information.
I don't think it works that way.
It does. I will delete that information. You won't be able
Really?
to see it again. But yeah, in the tournament when we run it at conventions, folks furiously begin writing it down so that
Mhm.
when we take the information away, they'll remember it.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Well, if that's okay, I would like to do that rather than have disadvantage on all of my saves.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
Yeah.
Or no, is it saves or is it just ability checks?
Ability
Everything.
checks.
Ability checks. Yeah. Just
Remember
ability
a check?
checks.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, then I'm not going to worry about it. Let's just go.
Okay.
All right.
I'll hold on to that for later.
All right. We're down to an hour 15, guys.
Okay,
Let's go.
let's
All
go
right,
next.
So,
Yep, let's go.
you want easy, medium, or hard?
We going
You wanna start
medium?
with medium.
Medium.
Yeah.
Maybe it's worth it to go with the easy. Get through it that much faster.
Yeah, because we are kind of running short on time.
Easy it
Let's do
is.
that. Easy it is.
Okay,
Easy.
we'll go
All
easy.
right.
Watch.
Easy works.
You guys appear here in a swampy environment. You see two large frog-like creatures facing you on the battlefield. These corners here, that you see, these areas are dim light created by some kind of magical effect. You may position yourselves within the black box as you see fit, and then we will begin the encounter. Bonus points in chat if you know what these are. Big frog-like creatures.
The pedestal thing that they're on, how high is that approximately?
They're not on a pedestal, so they're
Oh,
just
they're
on
just,
the ground.
it's just,
It's
okay,
just
cool.
muddy where they're
Gotcha.
standing. All right.
So it's a
are
difficult
you-
terrain.
The brown areas are difficult terrain. The corners are dim light.
Okay.
All right. Are you guys ready to begin?
Indeed.
All right. Roll initiative, please. As we begin the encounter.
For real? What? What?
Oh my-
No, that's not
No.
possible.
No.
How?
What?
How? Look at our initiatives. 333.
Oh yeah, lucky sevens.
That was, I have an advantage, and I got 3 and 3. That isn't okay. Whatever.
I've not rolled above the 12.
Rigged dice. I swear. How did I get the top of the order with a 12?
Wow.
I have a 15, so
Okay.
Okay.
Just-
Yeah. So I'll
yeah.
just go through it. So Paladin, what is your initiative?
3.
3. Okay. And then we've got Life Cleric. What is your initiative?
15.
15. And then we have, excuse me, Wizard. What is your initiative?
21.
Sorry, say it again.
21.
I'm
21.
relieved I'm
Oh
not
my
a-
God. Someone got up very early in the morning. All right,
Yeah.
Wizard, you are up first. What will you do?
Oh, I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Firebolt onto the frog to our left.
All right. Fire away. See what happens.
22.
That'll hit.
Or 13 damage.
All right. An excellent first strike. Is that it for your turn?
That is it for my turn.
All right. It will be to the cleric's turn.
All right, so it hasn't failed me so far. I'm gonna do Toll the Dead on the frog on the left side.
Okay. It has to make a wisdom saving throw. Let's see how that goes. It will pass and take nothing.
That will do.
All
Let me
right.
see. Then I think, yep, I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
All right. In that case, it will be to our assassin's turn.
I move 15, 25, 30. About here-ish to the edge of the difficult terrain, but I don't go in. I attack the frog with my short bow, and since the frog has not attacked anyone yet, I get advantage on attack roll as an assassin.
Okay.
So short bow,
Wing away.
21 to hit,
That'll hit.
and it's an automatic critical hit since it's this creature hasn't taken a turn in combat yet.
Okay.
So
Roll
How do
all
you-
them
how do
dice
I-
twice.
You double all of your damage dice. So you double
Okay.
your weapons damage dice and your sneak attacks damage dice.
2d6 or 8d6.
And then we need your dex mod as well for the
Yes.
damage, plus the short bow. So that's
So
35
34
there.
plus 3. 34. 25 plus 9 is 34.
Yeah, you have plus 1 short
and
bow.
then 3 for 37.
Your weapon's a
38.
plus 1 weapon, so it does an additional 1 damage.
Oh, all right.
All right, a mighty blow. Is that it for your turn, Daisy?
No, for my bonus action, I blow a cloud of smoke, and it's 2 in front of me and 2 my right. So between me and the frog.
Okay, sounds good. Like that.
Yeah. So they all know where the frog is, but the frog can't see us anymore.
All right, and it will be to Darius's turn.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is run straight into the fog cloud right here. Would I be able to see the big froggy boy?
No, you cannot see it if you are in an area that is heavily obscured, but you still know its position, so you have disadvantage on attack rolls against
Oh,
it.
okay, so if I can't see it in the fog cloud, so I run through the frog flop.
Run through the frog?
crowd. Yeah,
I
run
run
through
through
the
the
frog
fog
crowd.
cloud. So he's like, "Oh, someone's coming towards me." Then I run in the fog cloud. He's like, "Where'd he go?" Then I pop out to the side of it right here, and I attack.
All right.
Let's get hitty. Hand axe.
19 will hit.
All right, so I'll spend a key point on a first attack for the stunning strike.
Okay.
That's 6 damage for the first attack.
He will pass, and he is not stunned.
You suck, little frog man. I'm guessing a 9 doesn't hit,
A 9 does not hit. No,
and let's get another 19 in there.
that'll hit.
Woohoo.
14 damage total.
Okay.
All of my stunning strikes don't work. I'm so mad, and I'll back up.
Okay.
I should have a 30. So entering here, that would kind of like 10 feet right here. That move.
Yeah, 10 feet to move into.
All right. So moving out, I still have 10. So I'll move back here.
All right. In that case, it will be to one of the frog's turns. And this frog will magically teleport
Demons.
wow.
to this area of dim light. He will reach out with a mighty tongue, attempt to lick the cleric. A 16 to lick.
Muted.
You're muted, bud.
Sorry,
Yeah.
it does not hit.
Okay. It will be to the paladin's turn.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm just gonna come right up on this other frog.
Okay.
And I'm going to get in its face and swing away. For a 12.
That'll not hit.
All right. And an 18.
That'll hit.
Okay. That's going to be 7 slashing damage.
All right. And is that it for your turn?
That's it.
All right, Barbarian. It's your turn.
I rage and frog and attack.
Rage. Frog. Smash.
Hey, if you're raging, you probably aren't more coherent than that anyway.
Exactly. 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
15 damage.
Okay,
Second
it's still
attack.
alive, but only just barely.
Second attack. 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
14 damage.
It is very dead now.
Nice.
So I spent 15 movement. Can I spend some more?
Oh yeah, you can always spend your movement.
Okay. Well, 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's say that'd be 20. Let's see, 40, 45, 50. I'm going to stand right there. And I'm going to be like, hit me, frog, hit me. Okay, go on.
All right, it'll be to the frog's turn, and the frog will not listen to you because it doesn't understand what you're saying. It will magically teleport to this corner and see spies a tasty wizard. Yame. A 25 to hit that wizard.
That'll hit.
All right. So the lick will deal 10 necrotic damage to you, and I need you to make a strength saving throw as it latches onto you.
Oh my, that's not a good spell for me. Does this count as magic?
Nope. Just missed.
So, well, we could always ask. Two.
All right. So you are pulled within 5 feet of the creature, and when that happens, it gets to make a bite attack against you.
Very
Oh
good.
man, tragic.
Tragic.
And
He
it will
bought
be
your
the wizard's turn.
The wizard is going to. I'm going to cast Firebolt. Hey,
You do
Wizard,
have disadvantage
firebolt.
because you are in melee. With
That's
this
a
but
ranged
I'm a
attack.
warcaster, so I ignore that.
Ah, never mind. Just kidding.
That's a pretty serious heartburn right there.
All right, make that attack. Let's see what we get.
A 31. No.
24.
24, yeah.
24 will hit.
No, that's not right.
Yeah.
But it will still hit. For 5 points of damage.
5 damage.
And I need you to say, I'm spicy.
Damn, spicy.
All right. And is that it for your turn, Mr. Wizard?
That is it for my turn. Disengaging
All right.
is not a good idea.
Cleric of Life.
All right,
What
I'm
will
going to
you
shift
do?
over so I can get a clear line of sight, and then I'm just going to toll the dead on this frog.
All right, the frog will hear your toll and use all of its wisdom to attempt to resist. It does not.
Yes.
All right, so 2d12.
Toll the frog.
Nice. All right, 12
No,
points
no.
of damage.
Or who the frog tolls. Tolls for thee.
For the frog.
The frog tolls. I like
All
it. I like it. Name of
And-
episode.
Is that it for your turn, Cleric?
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right, Assassin.
Well,
What do
I
you
wave
do?
my brass knuckles at the frog and I say, "Eat this, Frogger!" And I shoot at it with my short bow. 22 to hit.
What do you have advantage from?
The knuckles.
The knuckles.
Oh, right. Duh. Sorry. I did not
It's all right.
make that connection. That'll hit.
5 plus I get advantage or sneak attack because I had advantage.
All right. Yep. And that's
4d6.
4d6 for
So
11
16
damage.
points damage total.
All right. A mighty blow. It is still alive. That it for
And
your
then I
turn.
take the opportunity to get not terribly close, but closer.
Excellent. All right. And it will be to Darius's turn. Darius, what will you do?
Well, I start hopping and I take off and I get right here and let's just attack it.
All right. Punch away.
So this is what I'll do. This is what I'll do. This is what I'll do. Hand axe. There's a 14 hit.
No.
Oh, can't hit anything. I'm guessing it doesn't hit either. Wonderful. And strike.
Whoa.
Does that hit?
I believe that critical punch.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Stop using your axes, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm just about.
I'm not good with them.
Stop.
All right, we got an
lit-
hour left, guys. We got an hour left.
Literally,
Let's do
I'm
it.
just about to stop. 14 damage. Let's spend one more key point just to make sure he stays down. Try to make sure he stays down.
Okay.
Actually, for flurry of blows.
He
No,
will
I'm
fail and is stunned.
Nice.
going to do for flurry of blows. But sure.
Oh,
Okay.
shoot, my bad.
Now I'm conflicted. I'll go with the flurry of blows since I was saying that before.
Okay, never mind then.
Before I knew what was gonna happen.
All good. Appreciate the honor.
So let's try.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's the correct choice.
Crit.
All right.
Awesome. So that's 8 for the first attack.
Stomp that frog.
Second attack 21. Yeah, I'm definitely not using the hand axes anymore. I don't know why it took me so long to do it. So that's 15 plus 14, 29 points of damage. And I'm going to manipulate his key.
Okay.
So for your blows, I can impose on a phone and fix the target. I would like dexterity saving throw, or he's not prone.
Okay. Let's see what we
Oh
get.
yeah, knock prone. Come on now.
Let's get that 10 again.
Hey.
Predicted.
Awesome. So yeah, came up, swung and a miss, another swing and a miss, and decides to just kick it. And one big kick to the jaw just puts him down on to the ground. He is prone.
All right. And it will be to our Paladin's turn.
Okay, so I am going to come right up here with him prone. I get advantage on my attacks. First glaive coming down at him is going to be a 21 to hit
That'll hit.
for 14 slashing damage.
All right, he's still alive.
And the second one is going to be a 16 to hit
That'll hit.
Woohoo!
for another 12 slashing damage.
All right, and with that blow, that will fell the creature, and you guys have completed your third encounter.
All right.
Woo!
Bring it
Next up
on.
is the
8
boss.
minutes. Yes, with 58 minutes remaining, all that remains is for you to face the Xanathar.
So let's take our short rest.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, you may take your short rest. I advise you to use everything you have available to you to take full advantage of your abilities and features and items.
Yeah, didn't get hit this time. Got that Eon Stone activated. Let's need to do that. Short rest, get those back up. Alright.
For those in chat, this next encounter is the final one of the night. This is the one where 90% of group die.
Hey, can I put the
Hey.
serpent venom on my short bow or short sword to like get a poisoning effect if I hit Xanathar?
If it's in your inventory, yeah, you can. I'm not
Okay.
sure what the specifics of that item are off the top of my head, but it's going to be in the SRD, I believe, so you can reference it.
So I am at the end of our short rest. I am at the end of our short rest. I am going to stone skin the paladin.
It's going
what-
to be in the SRD. What's the SRD? Where is
So
the
it looks
Just
like it's
look it up
on
on Google.
your character sheet. So bio and info,
Oh, yeah.
serpent venom. A creature subject to this poison must attempt a DC 11
thank you.
con save.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so what's my boost with that skin?
You are resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. You take half damage unless it is magical damage.
Hey,
Okay.
we're rage buddies.
Yeah.
And that's all I really have. I am going to reuse the book, and I am going to select Earthbind.
Is anybody using the monocle?
Earthbind, Firebolt, and
I don't. Who did take the monocle?
If not, I will. Just if we haven't used it yet, I would really like to have it because I'm going to be up front, and I do not want to be. It has a advantage against magical attacks, right?
Yeah,
The saving throws. Yeah.
I'd like to turn in the false mustache. It wouldn't be any help.
Okay. Yeah,
So
so you
There's the
can
false
grant
mustache.
you can grant a teammate the benefits of a greater restoration spell if you want to do that, or if you turn in 2 items, you can give out a heal spell, which is 70 hit points plus several condition.
Let's
triggers.
Well,
get
who
rid
had
of that
exhaustion?
exhaustion.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have 1 level of exhaustion, but that only affects my
Ability checks.
ability checks.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to do it and save it for later, I'm fine with that. I would be more than
Yeah,
happy to take for
that was a
later.
plan to save it for later.
There's nothing to
Hold
save
on,
it
I'll
for.
hold
This
on
is
to
the
There's
last.
nothing to
Yeah,
save
there's
it for.
nothing to
This is the
save
end of
it
the
for.
game.
Oh, okay.
No, can-
I understand. I understand.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I'll take it. I'll take it. Do it. I'll take off
So I
the level of
take the
exhaustion.
serpent venom and put it on 3 of my arrows very carefully so that I don't poison myself.
Yeah. Okay. So that's that. It's not gonna be. But the to answer your question, Chet, the mustache. When I roll initiative, enemy creatures that can see me are charmed for 1 minute, but it doesn't have any effect on Xanathar.
Xanathar. Yeah.
Because he
Yeah,
has
we're good.
worn it many times.
Yep. Let's do
not-
this.
He no longer has a handlebar mustache. Darius no longer has a handlebar mustache, but he does have the top hat.
I think we're good.
Okay. So that's
Right before the fight, I stick my last cigar in my mouth and light it up.
I take out the fishbowl and I give a little scritch to the side of the bowl, and then I say, "Please don't let me die."
Question: if I was to take a potion of speed at the end of the rest before we were teleported, that it would last for the entire.
It lasts for 1 minute, I believe.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
lasts for
that's
1
10
minute.
rounds of combat.
That's 10
Yeah.
rounds.
All right, so, okay, just making sure I didn't have to take it. If it wouldn't be
I would
Oh.
take it now. 10 rounds is a lot of combat.
yeah, that's I was just trying to verify with the rules or whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
So if I didn't take it now and then we get in there, he's like, yeah, you got 10 seconds left. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, so
I'm also
oh, go ahead.
I'm drinking my potion of flying as well before we
Woohoo.
teleport in.
Okay.
And as soon as we teleport in, I'm taking my potion of speed as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
pushing
Does
speed.
anybody have anything that could increase my AC? Just out of curiosity.
I've got
I've been
my
playing around
spell, but
No, okay,
probably
cool.
I'm kind of out of spell, almost out of spell slots.
I got
Now,
you.
so,
And
yeah.
you should use those to smite, man. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
No,
Also-
absolutely.
I also activate the Eon Stone. I don't know if it was heard when I said it. Just
Yep. Got you.
Yep.
James.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right, guys.
I got 52 minutes, guys. Good luck.
Let's
Go,
go.
go,
And right before we
Alright,
teleport,
Jenkins.
I'm
So-
going to cast Mirror Image right before we teleport.
Excellent. So you guys appear in this room here, and there's a couple distinctive features. At the far end of the room, floating 10 feet off the ground atop his rather significant chair, is the Xanathar. In this room, there are 8 tanks which contain the gestating bodies of other beholders. You're not sure what purpose these tanks serve, but you can see through them. But they provide a physical obstacle up to the ceiling, which is 20 feet high. And you can position yourselves in your black square, and then we will begin the encounter when you are ready.
I have read his stat block. Very good.
Anything important we should know?
Blow up the tanks.
Blow up the
Hit
tanks, huh? Okay.
Do it. Oh, then I'm going right here.
Yeah, roll for initiative, and we will begin the battle.
Okay. 13 was my best one.
Okay.
Why do you have to follow me all the time?
Hey, just so keep in mind those tanks too. If they're going all the way up to the ceiling, you can probably use them as cover to avoid the rays.
Yeah.
They do not provide any visual block, only a physical. So
Physical.
they're translucent canisters. So the things that wouldn't be obstructed by like a physical object but would pass through glass would pass through them. So
Okay.
you can see your target through them. So they will obstruct some things, but it won't obstruct all things.
Dude.
So Wizard, what was your AC, initiative?
Mine is a 14.
Okay, Light Cleric, what is your initiative?
Sorry, did you say me?
Yes, Light Cleric, what is your initiative?
2.
Ooh, okay.
Jeez,
like-
I could not get a good initiative roll at all.
Looks like we have everybody. So Daisy, you get to go first. So first things first, actually, before we start, Xanathar is at all times projecting a rather significant eye ray of anti-magic. This causes everything in this cone that is magical, it has its effects suppressed. This means magic does not work. The effects of stuff like magical potions, magical items, do not function while they're in this cone. This also means Xanathar cannot eye ray you if you are in this cone.
Yep.
And
As
how
soon as you-
far does it reach all the way to where we are?
Yep, it's 120 feet. So anywhere, anytime he's looking in a direction, it's going to be affecting you if you're in that general vicinity.
Okay.
Are any of our
Should we-
devices affected? Like
Any
Or those
magical
go-
equipment is. So if it's like a +1 sword or a potion of speed or a cloak of protection, it's affected.
no, I mean
Including his
the
magical items as
What
well.
about Xanathar's items?
Yep, they
Yeah.
are affected as well.
Okay. And they'll count as magic.
Yep, they're all
Just
magic.
checking. Okay.
Yep.
So fortunately, I'm using poison on my arrows and not magic. And since nobody's attacked Xanathar yet, I have advantage on my attack.
Yes.
So I shoot him
indeed.
with my poison shortbow arrow.
Hey!
22 to hit.
Nice.
That'll hit.
Okay. So 2d6 from the short blow plus 8d6 from the sneak attack.
Okay, so you have to make a con save too.
Yeah,
so it's
I'll do
full-
that as soon as I calculate the damage from the straight
Yeah.
arrow.
Yeah, because it's an auto crit, you said, right?
It is a crit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 34 plus 4 for the straight up damage.
Okay. So-
And then 3d6 for the poison, but it's
Okay.
66 since it's a crit, right?
Yeah, so he will fail, or no, sorry, it's not because it's not part of the attack. It's an effect on a saving throw.
Okay. Well, still
so
3d6.
yeah, so he will fail that, but he will destroy one of his tanks to choose to succeed. What happens on a success?
7 points damage.
Okay. Well, so what happens if he succeeds?
If he succeeds, half damage, so 3 points damage.
Okay, cool. So he will destroy one of his tanks to succeed.
Well, 37
Alright.
points damage then
All right.
altogether.
And is that it for your turn?
Well, what happens if I take a puff of my cigar and try to put smoke in front of me?
Nothing will happen.
But if he changes the direction he's looking at, will the smoke magically appear?
No, because the creation of the smoke is a magical effect in addition to
Okay.
the smoke itself.
I was hoping that
Indeed.
the creation of smoke would simply be suppressed as opposed to not happen at all.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
so wait,
At the
question.
end of your turn, Xanathar is going to take a legendary action to move right there. Sorry, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So currently, right now in the cone, the potion of speed that we took is not
It's
active.
suppressed, yes.
Okay. So as soon as we get out of the cone, it activates, or we have to wait
Correct.
till. Okay.
So
Yeah.
Xanathar will move to that position, and at the start of his turn, he can change the orientation of his cone, and since it is his turn, that is exactly what he is going to do. So the cone orientation will change to be this. Then he will shoot 3 eye rays, and he rolls his eye rays randomly. So we're gonna see what we get. So he has 6 options, and he re-rolls duplicates. So we get number 6, which is a disintegrate ray. Paladin, can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Before that, I want to use my reaction to use Xanathar's shaving mirror
Uh-huh.
to redirect it.
Okay.
So that is going to be to a creature of my choice within 120 feet that I can see. So I'm sending it right back at him.
All right, so he has to make a dexterity saving throw against his own eye ray. So we'll see how he does on that.
That's disintegration too.
Oh,
Nice.
He
Oh,
did pass,
nice.
so he does not get any effect because he passed, but that's still quite a lot of value. He
Yeah.
will then do a 3, so he will get a second ray. This one will be a slowing ray. Barbarian, can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
With advantage from the thing. Oh wait.
I'm not sure what thing you're referring to in this case.
His
Oh,
monocle.
monocle. Yeah, so a 15 will not pass, and you are slowed for 1 minute. While slowed, you can't take reactions, your speed is halved, and you can't take a action and bonus action on your turn. You have to pick one or the other.
Okay.
There we go. And then we're going to get our last ray, which is a fear ray. Daisy, can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Well, yes, I can. I just don't want to. I fail.
All right, you are frightened of Xanathar for 1 minute.
Oh,
It gives you disadvantage on attacks against him, and you cannot willingly move towards him.
okay.
All right, and it will be to our wizard's turn.
The wizard is going to move here. and I am then going to cast Earthbind upon him.
Okay.
He must make a strength saving throw. He has disadvantage on it because his book reactivates outside of the anti-magic zone.
Okay.
His target is a 14.
He will pass.
He
What
has
happens on
disadvantage
pass?
on that
with
roll.
disadvantage.
Oh, right. So, he will still pass.
He will still pass, unfortunately.
No, he was supposed to not pass.
So he will. So nothing happens to him,
Okay.
and that is a shame. And I will actually re-enter the anti-magic zone.
There you go. Don't mind me. I was just kidding. All right. And it will be to the Paladin's turn.
Okay, so because I'm outside of the magic zone, the potion of speed is active,
Mhm.
right? So I will move 40 feet. Oh, hold on, I got to slip. There we go. I will move 40 feet up to him.
So keep in mind, because he is 10 feet off the ground, you cannot reach him unless you do a running jump, which requires 10 feet of movement if your strength is 14 or higher.
So I'm using
He
the
has a
glaive that
glaive.
has a reach of 10 feet.
Okay, so you can do a standing jump then and attack him, which each jump per attack costs 5 feet.
So
of
if I go
movement.
under him, can I just stab straight up?
No, so he's 10
Okay.
feet off the ground. So your reach is 10 feet and
Okay.
he's slightly outside of that reach.
Okay.
So you have to jump and spend 5 feet of movement each time you jump to attack him.
Okay, oh, that's fine then. Because that was 40 feet to get up there. So first attack, I'm gonna jump up, swing at him.
Okay. That'll miss.
All right, second attack. Gonna be a 23
That'll hit.
for 13 slashing damage.
Okay. And
Yeah.
if you have a potion of speed, I believe.
Yeah, I
You
get
get a
one
haste
more.
attack.
I get one more attack. Yep.
Yep.
19.
That'll hit.
I get to re-roll that because I can re-roll ones and twos.
Okay.
So 11 slashing damage.
Woohoo.
All right.
Woo.
So that puts
And
me up to 55 total feet of movement. And then I'm gonna duck right inside his cone.
All right. At the end of your turn, Xanathar will take a legendary action to use one of his eye rays.
Hey,
Oops. All right. And we will get the Frost Ray. Assassin, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please? Assassin, did we lose you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I thought you said something else.
No worries.
Constitution saving throw?
Yes, please.
I thought you said saffron. I was like, who's saffron?
right.
I fail.
That will fail, and you will take this much cold damage.
Oh dear.
Ew.
So no, that was a constitution. Uh-oh. I only have one
Constitution.
hit point left.
All right, and it will be to our barbarian's turn. Barbarian, what will you do?
Barbarian, even slowed, it's gonna be a barbarian smash, and he's gonna rage, and we're gonna frenzy, and we're going to smash the first vial right next to me.
Okay, so you cannot take a bonus action and an action because you are slowed. So you either attack with your attack action, or you rage as a bonus action, but you cannot do both.
Then I will attack.
Okay, go for it.
25 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
16 because I'm not raging.
Okay, that will damage it, but it will not destroy it.
Second attack.
Okay,
25 to hit.
That'll hit.
14 points of damage.
All right, that will destroy that tank and fill Xanathar with rage. All right.
And I will spend my movement to let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. I've got I can't quite get to the other side, but I'm just gonna well, no, I'm not gonna do that. There we go. 20 movement. There we go.
All right. At the end of your turn,
Okay.
Xanathar will use a legendary action to hover over here. And he will keep the orientation of his own.
I smell a trap, but I don't know what it is.
All right. And it will be to Darius's turn. Darius, what will you do?
You are
You're
muted.
bud.
Out of the orientation, so haste, the potion of speed activates again. So
It does.
So let's make sure how much. He said he's
10 feet off the ground. Yeah.
all right. So I have 110. Okay, so that's 45. I jump and like uppercut him, Super Mario style.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not using the hand X anymore, guys.
I believe the term is the technical term is a shoryuken.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it. I just wanted to go to Mario. I didn't do the spin. I just did the straight up. I didn't do the spin.
Okay. A 15 will not hit.
All right, let's try again.
Whoa,
Yes!
that's
Woohoo!
Okay.
Also
That's the way to
spend
do
a
it.
key point for a stunning strike.
You found his
Okay.
nethers.
9 damage for that.
Come
okay, so
on.
let's do that con save.
Come on.
He will fail, but he will destroy one of his tanks to succeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Done.
that
Nope.
works.
That
works.
still knocks down some of this stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, bonus action. Bonus action attack. Oh, damn. 13.
13 will not hit.
All right, so I have another action actually. I have another attack.
Oh, sorry, Barbarian. Can you make a dexterity save at the end of your turn to end the slow? I forgot to ask you to do that.
Oh wait, yeah, I gotta use the dice.
Yeah,
roller.
just throw one in there real quick. Sorry, Monk, continue.
19.
Now that'll pass and you're not slowed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I have the next attack. It says one more attack, one more additional attack, right?
Okay, yep. With flurry, you get 4 total.
No, I'm with the haste.
Oh, with the haste, yes.
Yeah,
you also
you-
get the haste attack.
All right, so let's try 25
Whoa, that'll hit.
and one more.
Stunning.
Yeah,
He will
Yeah,
pass.
that one. He got that one. All right.
Come on, poke him in the eye.
So 4, so 9, 13 total.
All right.
I had 110. I used 45, 85. So let's see. I'd run yeah, run back far. So that should be
All right.
35 right here. So it'd be 35.
At the end of your turn, Xanathar will use a legendary action to use one of his eye rays. We'll get eye ray number 3.
Dum, dum,
Line door
dum.
number 3. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Paladin, can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
I'm going to use my reaction to use the mirror again.
Okay, fire away. Let's see what we get.
That
Back
will-
at him.
So hold on. Which ray is it again?
This is the slow ray.
Oh, yeah, straight back at him then.
All right. This is the
Oh,
happy ray
God.
that gives him hit points. That will fail, or he will fail, but he will destroy one of his tanks to succeed in stunt.
There we go.
Yes.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
All right, and it will be to the Life Cleric's turn. Life Cleric, what will you do?
All right, so I'm
Okay.
gonna run over to our assassin friend, and I'm gonna use one of my uses of the healing kit to restore hit points.
I like this plan.
That's 1d6 plus 7, so 5 plus 7.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, I want to cast spiritual weapon. This time it's gonna be a lobotomy tool, so it's gonna just be a pike and a
Ow.
hammer, and it's gonna
For panning
appear-
chisel, baby.
Yeah.
It's gonna appear right behind him where the tank used to be.
Okay.
And
I-
it's gonna
I have
Sweet.
created it. You have control.
Perfect. All right, and so let me roll to hit on that.
Smack him. Smack him.
Not gonna hit.
That will not. Is that it for your
Um,
turn?
And then just with the last 5 feet of my movement, I'm just gonna duck right behind our friendly rogue here, and that's it.
Daisy, it is your turn. What will
Okay.
you do? You cannot willingly move towards Xanathar.
I cannot.
and
I
you have
raise my
disadvantage on
fists
attacks
that
against
hands
them.
that tremble, and I say, "We will not bow to you, Xanathar." And then I actually run sideways behind the tank. So I'm not
Okay.
very closer to Xanathar, but I'm getting behind some cover.
Okay.
And then I
Aw.
pull out a healing potion and drink that.
Okay. Fantastic. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah. How many points do I get from the healing potion? 2d4?
2d4 plus 2
Okay.
for standard. All right. It will be to Xanathar's turn, and Xanathar
points.
is very angry and will use the triple eye combo.
Uh-oh.
Number 1 is number 6. Ooh, Paladin. Dex save, please.
Come on. 18.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
disintegration ray. Let's just for science, let's see how much damage you just dodged.
Oof.
A lot.
Oh,
That would have took me out right then and there.
And if that zeros you, it disintegrates you too. So you don't even get that.
Yeah, no, I would have been gone. Okay.
So
Lucky,
So we're
lucky,
good.
lucky.
number 3, slow ray. Let's hit light cleric. Dex save.
Oh.
I am holding the fish. I cannot be subject
Oh, you
to.
can't be. Yeah, you show
Yes.
the fish, and he's like, ah, crap.
I'm just like,
Um,
nope.
Fine, Paladin, give me another Dex save.
Ouch.
All right.
Gotta fail one eventually.
Oh, wait, me again? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mr.
Roll.
Laser proof.
15.
That'll fail, and you are
Oh.
slowed.
So does that just cancel out my haste?
No. Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes,
Because
that
I got the
dispels-
potion of
That
speed.
dispels your haste.
Oh,
so
good
you
thing
are no
you took
longer
that
hasted.
potion, man.
Okay.
Yes. Then we get our third ray. Number 2. Can I have the wizard make a wisdom saving throw, please?
is this magic?
It is. Yes, it is magical. It is not a spell. It is magical. I don't know if
You're
that makes a difference.
outside of his cone,
Uh,
so he can use magic on you.
I am out of his cone, but I have advantage against saves versus magic.
Mm.
Yeah. So wisdom saving throw, please. What will you get?
Big numbers, big numbers.
Come on. You got this.
Hey,
You have to roll, dude.
I-
Clock's
I-
ticking.
We got 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're at 30.
I-
Yeah.
ooh.
All right. That'll pass with a 24. And we're
Nice.
not frightened of him. And it will be to the wizard's turn.
I am going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I will throw out my dust of disappearance.
Ooh. I like.
Yes.
Everybody within 10 feet of me is invisible for 2d4 minutes. The duration is same for all subjects, and the dust is consumed.
Okay.
If you
attacking-
attack or cast a spell, you lose the invisibility,
Okay.
Okay.
and it's 6 minutes.
Awesome. That's a long time. Whoa.
So everyone within 10 feet of you when you threw it, is that what you said?
Yes, so it should be all 4 of us over here.
Okay, so everyone tagged with the blue dot is invisible. All right. And is that it for your turn, Mr. Wizard?
Indeed.
All right, at the end
Actually,
of
wait,
your turn.
I'm going to take one more step, so he does not know where I am.
So he does know where you are.
Oh,
He
that's
just
true.
can't see you. It's not quite the same thing.
True.
So he will use an eye ray at the end of his turn as a legendary action. Ooh, this is a good one.
Uh-oh.
Can I get a wisdom saving throw from? Actually, you know what? He can only shoot eye rays at people he can see, so he can't see you guys. Paladin, you're the only one that can get eye raid. So wisdom saving throw, please. Oh, that'll
that is-
pass. So never mind.
This is going to be a 19 because I forgot I do have my aura of protection, which gives another +2 to everybody within 10 feet of me.
Gotcha. Okay. And it will be to your turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so let's well, gotta keep forgetting to select the right tool there. I'm gonna come up to him again, and I'm gonna swing at him twice this time.
All right, swing away. Ooh, a 20 will hit.
All right. I get to re-roll that.
Okay.
I get to actually no, I don't think I get to re-roll it a second time.
The first time it hasn't worked.
And must use the new roll, yeah. So 5. And then second attack.
17 will miss.
Okay.
All right. Is that it for your turn?
For my bonus action, I'm gonna look at him, just tell him you're gonna die, and use my channel divinity for a vow of enmity to give myself advantage against him for the next
Gotcha.
minute. I
Fantastic.
meant to do it before I attacked, but I forgot. So
Rogue, can you do me a quick favor and make a wisdom saving throw to end your fear effect? I forgot to ask
Yes,
you to do that.
I'd love to do that. But I
That will not
probably
be-
failed.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the end of your turn,
gonna say,
Paladin. Oh, go for it.
Now I was going to ask, does the paladin make a save to try to get his speed back?
No, because it dispelled the haste. It didn't. He's not effectively slowed. All right. So at the end of your turn, he will use a legendary action to close his central eye. And it will be to the Barbarian's turn.
Okay, I am going to rage. So I get my bonus
Okay.
action. It's gonna be frenzy. I'm
Okay.
going to swing twice with the greatsword. So let's do first attack. 26.
That'll hit.
I'm-
Definitely hit.
Okay. And that is 11, 12, 13 damage. And I'm going to swing again at that same tank. 23 to hit
That'll hit.
for 13 damage again.
All right. That will destroy that tank.
Use my movement to get to here. And I'm going to click the button and I'm going to go again.
Okay.
And let's see. There we go. 12. Really?
Wow.
12? Okay. Nope.
That will not hit the tank.
Okay. One more.
That'll hit the
Whoa!
tank.
that will.
15 damage.
All right. Yes, you will vandalize Xanathar's property with great fury. Is that it for your turn, Barbarian?
I believe so. Yeah, we're good.
All right. At the end of your turn, Xanathar will use his last legendary action to activate Disco Light Show. Oh, he gets a 2.
That
What are
can't
we
be
getting?
good.
Monk. Wisdom save, please.
All right, let's. Do I have anything on? No, just that. All right, let's.
Come on, you got it.
No, I don't.
You are frightened of Xanathar. You have disadvantage on attacks against him and cannot willingly move towards him. And that'll be it for Xanathar's turn. Or sorry, for his legendary action. It will be to the monk's turn. Mr. Monk, what will you do?
I'm gonna beat up the tanks.
Okay.
So punchy. Nope.
That'll miss.
Punch it again.
That'll hit.
6 bludgeoning.
Okay. That doesn't break the tank, but it's nearly shattered.
8.
So that'll miss.
Last attack. Kick it. Wow.
Hmm.
Oh,
Man.
brutal.
Rough,
8,
bud.
8, 7, 18. 8, 7. We're gonna
87? No, just kidding.
All right.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so those will all miss, unfortunately, except for the 18.
Yeah. Well, yeah. 6 bludgeoning damage to the tank.
All right. So Barbarian, I think you're no longer invisible because you attacked, by the way.
Correct.
And I can't move towards him, right?
You cannot move towards him. You can move any direction but towards him.
I go around the tank. No, actually, no. Yeah, I come back to behind this tank right here.
Okay.
Obscure the vision a little bit.
All right, and it will be to the cleric's turn.
All right, so let me see. Healing word, I don't need to see, right? I just need
Really quick, do I have to wait until the end of the next turn or this turn to?
No, so you can make the wisdom save right now at the end of your current turn to end the effect.
Okay.
that you can see within range. So because
Nope.
let's see,
Still
because the
escapable.
assassin is invisible, I can't see the assassin. Correct.
Correct.
That's correct.
All right. Well, then instead of that, I am going to run straight towards this tank, and I am going to let's see. Can I toll the dead on the tank?
It's not a creature.
Not. All right. Then I am just going to kick it. Do an unarmed strike against the tank.
Push the boots to it.
These boots were made for walking.
These boots are made for kicking.
And I'm gonna miss it somehow.
You will. All
Rubber
right.
Kicked it wrong. You broke your toes.
Is that it for your turn, cleric?
For my bonus action, I'm gonna swing at Xanathar with the spiritual weapon.
Oh, okay. Yes. Verily.
Okay.
Come on, come on.
Whoa.
There you go.
Natural 20.
That'll hit.
Right. Okay, so let's see. That is. Let me look at this damage again.
We're just over 20 minutes left, guys.
Yep.
We're moving as fast as we can.
So 1d8.
I know, I'm just
plus
putting it out there.
6.
Yeah.
So it will be 2d8 plus your wisdom mod.
Right. Okay. 2d8.
Well, wouldn't it be 48? Because the
No,
crit.
No,
unless
it's
you
a
upcast
1d8
it.
attack.
Oh,
Mhm. All right, so this is gonna be 14 points of damage.
Not bad.
All right. Yes, you give him a mighty bonk.
All right.
Is that it for
and
your turn?
That's it. And
Kabong.
because
All right.
is that technically a spell? Because would I be still invisible or no?
It is a
No, it's-
spell attack, but it is an attack as the.
Right.
but,
oh, and I also took.
um,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so
so
I'm
you
no
are
longer
making
invisible.
the attack.
All right. That's it. That's my
All
turn.
right. And it will be to Daisy's turn.
Okay. I move out from behind cover without actually moving towards Xanathar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cooperate with me. Roll 20, please. And since I used advantage with the knuckles, that cancels disadvantage
Yep. So you get a neutral attack.
being frightened, yes? So it's
Yep.
0. 25
Ooh.
to hit.
That'll hit.
nice.
Yeah.
And
And then
grab that
I get
sneak
sneak attack because our paladin is still next to Xanathar.
He is
So-
not because he is 10 feet off the ground.
Mhm.
So you do not qualify for sneak attack.
Boo. Okay, well I get 6
Well, she
piercing
was hidden.
damage.
She was hidden at the time, right?
But she has
no,
disadvantage for
doesn't-
being
she has
feared.
disadvantage.
I don't have
so there's-
disadvantage. So they canceled out. So do I not get sneak attack because of that?
You do not. No.
Yes.
Ah, curses. I still get 3d6 from the poison.
Yep. So you have to make a con save.
Fail it and blow up another tank. Let's go.
Please.
He will pass. So we'll take half of that.
Okay, 4 points damage.
All right. And is that it for your turn?
Yes,
All right.
unfortunately.
Which is Xanathar's
Oh,
turn.
I moved back behind cover. I moved less than 30 feet, so I can get behind
Okay.
there.
So Xanathar will open his central eye and point it. Right.
And I'm no longer invisible.
Yeah, in a this way direction to stop that spiritual weapon from existing.
Ah,
'Cause it's rude.
Yeah.
And then we'll get the triple eye ray combo. So let's see. Behind door number 1 is number 4. Eye ray number 4 is the enervation ray. Barbarian. How would you like to be enervated today? You make
I
a
don't know
con
that I
save,
would.
please, to determine your answer.
No,
That
11.
will fail, and you will take 47 necrotic damage.
Oh.
Okay.
Then we will get ray number 5, which is the frost ray, life cleric.
oh, still holding this fish.
Oh crap! Right, never mind.
Mhm.
Just kidding. Fish
Thank
activate.
God for that fish.
Paladin, can we get a con save?
You must.
Excellent.
13.
That will fail, and you will take this much cold
Oh, dear.
damage.
Okay.
Then the last ray, number 2, the favored fear ray. Barbarian, wisdom save, please.
Okay.
You can't see the wizard, and the rogue is feared.
18.
That'll pass, and you are not frightened of Xanathar. And it will be to the wizard's turn.
I will cast acid arrow at level 3 with a 20 to hit.
Nice.
Oh,
Natural 20.
Natural
Natural
20.
20. So that
Nice.
is a critical hit since this is a directed spell. So it would be
it does
Let's see,
4d4
4.
as a second level, so 5d4 is a third, so that's 10d4.
Oh,
Oh.
Big money, big money,
come
big
on,
money.
max rolls. Let's go.
Not
There we
bad.
go.
Not bad,
And
that's not bad. That's a lot of twos.
He'll take
I don't-
2d4 acid damage on his next turn as well.
he will take 3d4 actually,
Oh, okay.
because it was cast as a third level spell.
Excellent. All right. And is that it for your turn, Mr. Wizard?
Well, yes. There's little else I can do. I will make a face and
All right.
end my turn.
At the end of your turn, he will take a legendary action. And he's mad at you. So he will target you with the Frost Ray. Can you make a con save, please?
I can attempt to do that. Probably not well, but I will cast Absorb Elements as a reaction.
Excellent. Spicy.
I actually have con.
That much damage on a failure, but you have resistance, so you take 24 on a fail or 12 on a success.
Oh,
That's a
14's
fail.
not going to cut it.
Yeah, so
So
you take
24.
24.
Indeed.
Do you have advantage because this is a magical effect?
It is not, unfortunately. It is only wisdom, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma
Because gnomes.
saves.
Right. Got it.
Because gnomes.
Because gnomes. All right, Paladin, you are up. What will you do?
I am swinging away at this guy.
All right.
And
Yes.
I have advantage now because of my channel divinity.
Yes. Righteous anger. Ooh, an 18 hits.
18. Okay. And that's a 2, so I get to re-roll that. So that's
Ooh.
13.
Nice.
Mighty blow.
All right.
Dost thou smiteth?
Not yet.
Oh.
Second attack
Whoa.
is a natural
Yes.
20.
There you go.
Break it
So
out
I
right
will-
there.
I will now be putting a second level divine smite into that.
Yeah.
That's going to be an additional 6d8 radiant damage.
Big
Okay.
money, big money.
So first I'll do that.
17.
So that's not including the crit on that though either. So that would be 18 for slashing.
Okay.
And then slash 6d8. Come on.
Money,
Hey.
big money.
All
Money.
That's
right.
pretty good.
Xanathar is brutally injured and on the cusp of death, but is not slain. Is that it for your turn, Paladin?
So quick question. Potions, bonus action or action?
Action.
Action.
Okay. All right. Just figured I'd ask. All right. That's it.
All right. And it will be to the Barbarian's turn. Barbarian, what will you do?
I'm going to roll my d6 to see if I do not get my ability back. I'm going to, I'm mad. He just hit me for a lot of points. So forget these tanks. I'm going to run right up to him and we're going to, we're going to hit. So
All right. Rogue, can I get a wisdom save for you, by the way, to end your fear? We didn't get your last one.
No,
Um,
you cannot, unfortunately.
All right.
18.
That attack will hit.
My poor rogue is not wise.
slashing.
20 or 14 points
14.
of slashing damage.
All right. So with that blow, Xanathar will fall like a deflated balloon collapsing to the ground. But even as he dies, strange necrotic energies begin to swirl around him. You're not sure what is happening, but something will happen soon. Initiative is still ongoing.
Can I take my next two attacks at the tank next to me?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Swing away. Also, we get
24?
our spiritual weapon back. That'll hit.
For 16 points.
Okay.
And 24 for another 19 points.
All right, that will destroy that tank. Oops. There we go. And is that it for your turn?
Yes, I believe so.
All right, Mr. Monk, it is your turn. What will you do?
I'm gonna just keep attacking this tank right here. So I'm just punching away. Just one attack, 9 bludgeoning. Another attack, 17 hits.
17 will hit.
All right, another 9. Ooh, that's
Okay. That will destroy that tank.
Yeah, it was previously damaged.
All right, and can I turn around and use the other 2 attacks for this tank?
Absolutely.
Cool. 16.
That'll hit.
Wonderful. Then isn't it 24?
That'll hit.
And,
All right.
9. So
That will destroy that last one.
Cool. And then I'll take my wisdom, right?
Wisdom saving throw, yes, to end the fear.
Jesus.
You are still frightened.
All right.
Is that it for your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Cleric.
I'll move back here.
Cleric, you are up. What will you do?
All right. Seeing how much damage the guys in the front line are taking, I'm gonna move my full movement. And I am gonna, let's see, do a mass healing word. Actually, wait, if I stay here, it should hit everybody except for, let me see. Nope, it'll get everybody. So I'm gonna do mass healing word, and that's gonna be, so it's a 2 plus plus 3, so 5 plus another 3. So that's
8.
8. That's 8 points
All
of healing to everybody, and then I also
Excellent.
get some. But I don't need.
And is that it for your turn?
As my bonus action, I'm going to. Oh wait, I can't because it's a spell. Nope, never mind. As my bonus action, I'm gonna just turn and look at everybody and say, "Is that it?" That's it. That's my turn.
All right. And it will be to Daisy's turn. Daisy, what will you do?
If I duck out from behind the tank, can I shoot at Xanathar, or is it too
He is no longer a creature, but you can shoot at
crowded?
him.
And also,
I will definitely shoot at him then.
The tank is destroyed, so
Yeah, so maybe the poison will actually work for a change.
Yeah, go for it. Take your shot.
So neither advantage nor disadvantage because I'm using the knuckles to cancel out the fear.
Yep.
And I don't think a 10 is going to hit him.
Well, not with a short sword, that won't.
Well, short bow, sorry, but it's the same roll.
Okay,
Can I
gotcha.
kill the 21?
Sure. I mean, he's dead, so it does nothing. He is currently not susceptible to taking any more damage.
All right. Well,
All right. Is that it for your turn?
I'm going to move back behind the tank.
All right.
Better safe than sorry, damn it.
Start of Xanathar's next turn. The necrotic ritual is complete, and he arises, reborn in undeath, as a mighty death tyrant, cackling with glee. Xanathar looks around at you all assembled, and is clearly endowed with far greater and more ferocious powers.
Well, that explains why most people lose this game.
Yep.
Yes. However, because of your earlier victories, you are also granted a boon by whatever deity you pray to for 30 temporary hit points
Pretty Jeff.
as they see you in your moment of need. However, as Xanathar arises on his turn, he will unleash the Giga Beam.
The Giga Beam.
The Giga Beam. Wizard and Barbarian. He channels forth a tremendous blast of energy from his central eye. I need you guys to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Does
20.
he take acid damage from my acid arrow?
He does. You can roll that 3d4 acid damage.
He would take 6 damage in spite.
Yes. So a 20. A 20 will pass.
How about a 4? I don't think a
A
4 is
4
going
will
to pass.
fail. And when you fail the saving throw against this effect by 10 or more, you are instantly disintegrated.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
And Barbarian, you will take half of this.
36.
So 36 force damage.
I am unconscious.
Yes.
Well, did you take your temporary hit points?
Yeah, you got 30 temp hit points.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah. You're right. Never mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, that just wipes out my. It was 36 total.
Yeah.
36, yes.
Okay.
So the wizard vanishes in a cloud of dust as your companion is disintegrated.
I'm even more frightened as he disintegrates before my eyes.
And it will be to our paladin's turn, along with everything the wizard was carrying, by the way. So no items can be recovered.
Ah,
from his.
darn.
So does my
Yes.
channel divinity still carry over or no?
Uh,
For the advantage?
yes, it is the same enemy. However, Rogue, can I get a wisdom save to end that fear? Because
Please,
you've got one more
please.
turn.
Yes!
You are no longer
Finally.
frightened. Huge.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and swing at him twice.
Okay, swing away. Ooh, 25 will hit.
All right. That's going to be 9 slashing damage
9 damage.
and 26 to hit
All right, that'll hit.
for 8 slashing damage.
All right.
And then I'm going to kind of, seeing that beam that just came out, I am going to kind of move up this way a little bit just to, so we're not all in a line.
All right. All right. At the end of your turn, he will use a legendary action to use one of his new and improved rays. We will get ray number 4, which is the immolation ray, also known as the spicy ray. Can we get our monk to make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Ooh, I
Against
have
the spicy
advantage.
ray.
There's one. Oh, there it
Yes!
is.
There you go.
Take no damage.
Yep, because you have evasion. And it will be to the barbarian's turn.
He's up in the air, correct?
Yeah, he is 10 feet up.
Sure. So
Float-
can I
floaty
move?
lad.
I just want to go right there to the other side. And I'm going to roll my d6 to see if I get my thing back. I do not. I am going to take a potion of superior healing. How many d4 is that?
5
8d4
minutes
plus
remaining, by the way.
8d4 plus 8.
8d4 plus 8.
Yes.
Okay. So I get back 30 hit points. So that's good. And I'm going to use my bonus action to attack him with my frenzy.
Okay.
And greatsword.
Whoa,
Natural 20.
that'll hit.
Little bow.
Here we go.
And I get to add an additional die to that because of my half orc. So that's 24 plus a
26.
let's see, plus yeah. So
D12.
then
Oh, no, it's 2d6 because it's a great sword. So the weapon dice is 2d6. So roll an
Yes.
additional d6.
so
Ooh,
then
excellent.
another 10. Yeah. So 24, 25, 26, 36 points
Excellent.
of
Gave it right
slashing
back to
damage.
him.
Excellent. A mighty blow. Is that it for your turn, barbarian?
Yeah, that'll be it.
All right, at the end of your turn, we get an eye ray. Ooh, we get ray number 6. Those are always the worst ones. We get a radiant ray. He will make a spell attack against the paladin.
Okay, I'm going to use the mirror to try to send it right back at him.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, 14 is his attack roll, so
Another 4 again. It goes right back out.
He misses himself, and it will be 2. The monk's turn. Mr. Monk, what will you do?
I'm going to use my action for stillness of mind to end the frightening status. Take
Okay.
a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. And I have another action, so I'll throw no, I can run. I could get up there. Yeah. No.
Yeah, you can run up. You're good.
Run up there.
Charge.
Hey, buddy. And let's get that hand in. Let's punch him. Let's get up there and punch him.
All right. Punch
What's
away.
There he is.
That will not hit.
I know, but
That
darn.
it for your turn.
Yeah, I move away.
End of your turn. We get another eye ray. Let's
This
see what
way.
we get. Ooh, ray number 1. Ray number 1 is pain. He will subject let's say the cleric to crippling pain. Your speed cannot be higher than 10 feet. You have disadvantage on attacks, ability checks, and saving throws. And if you try to cast a spell, you have to succeed on the con save or it fails.
Is this still? I still have the fish in my hand.
Oh shoot! Never mind. Right. Sorry. Okay, fish. We'll get Paladin then. Paladin. All that right now. It will be to his turn. He will roll a d6 to see if he recharges his giga. Whoa.
Oh no.
He will fly right here and look down at the Paladin and Monk and unleash his mighty Giga Beam.
I think you skipped me and Daisy's turns.
Oh, did I? Oh, sorry about
Yeah.
that. Daisy,
Uh-oh.
Cleric, go. Go, go, go.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna run up to our Paladin and I'm gonna cast heal, or let's see, cure wounds at first level. So that's a D8. Roll that.
I keep forgetting about that dang fish.
Hurry up, let's go. 1 minute. 1
Yep.
minute, guys.
4 plus 3, so 7 points of healing for that. And then as
Okay.
my bonus action, I'm going to do spiritual weapon again.
Hit him. Hit him.
You
hit
still
him.
have your old spiritual weapon. It's right here.
Oh, it's still there. Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
And
hit
I'm
him
gonna,
good.
Hit him. Roll.
as a bonus action, I'm just gonna hit it.
Hit him. Hit him good.
Come on.
Might be a good opportunity if Adono can give them a few extra minutes.
Almost a
Ooh,
natural
yeah.
20. Okay.
Come
All
on,
right.
donate us a couple minutes. We're
That'll
doing
hit.
great.
Couple minutes.
And oh crap, what's the damage on this? It's a D8. 1d8. Can I cast this at 3rd level and make that 2d8?
Sure, absolutely. If you got the
Alright.
slots.
8. So 8 points of damage.
All right.
Come on.
Plus your wisdom mod. So
Oh, that's right. So then plus another 3.
okay, cool.
We got-
Daisy, you are up. What will you do?
I run
Looks
out
like we
and
may
I
have got a
shoot it
minute
with
bump.
my short bow at advantage because I'm no longer frightened. 20 to
Ooh.
hit.
That'll hit.
So 5 plus 22 points damage.
Nice. All right, fantastic. That it for your
And I
turn?
run back behind cover.
All right, Xanathar's turn. We'll roll a recharge Giga Beam. What do we get? Oh, we get a 4. So he does not recharge. All right, so we have to do the eye raise. However, we only have 10 seconds left. So
Donate,
will-
donate, donate.
Ah,
Too close.
We're so
all right,
close.
1. All right,
I'm
come on, you
donating
guys.
right now. I'm donating right now. I got
Okay.
$10 and putting it right
All
now.
right, that'll buy us 2 minutes.
Huh?
All right, we get
It's
Two
a
eye
minute.
raise.
It's a
2
minute per
minutes.
dollar.
Minute
10
per dollar,
minutes.
so I
It's a
just
minute
bought
per
us
dollar.
10 minutes.
All right. Here we go.
I just
So we
threw it
get-
in there.
Here we go. We get this eye ray.
Clutch.
It's the Radiant Ray. Monk versus your AC, a 26.
I got my AC's at 20.
Okay, so you will take 61 radiant damage.
Oh.
oof.
Can I not?
You do have your 10 hit points from.
Yeah, I do. 61, right?
Mhm.
Yep, 61 radiant. So we're gonna get our second eye ray. So that's eye ray number 3, which is the psychic ray. Ooh. Can we get an intelligence save from our monk, or not our monk, our rogue, please?
I was wondering if I was ever going to get hit again.
No,
18
accurate.
save.
Whoa, that'll pass.
Ha!
You'll take half of this in psychic. Oop, that's wrong. half of this in psychic damage. So 10
Oh, that's not
psychic damage. Then we will get.
Xanathar's
You don't want to
losing
know what
steam.
happens if you fail that ray. This is not good. We get the spicy ray. Paladin, roll a dex save, please, for spiciness.
So no, I've already used it. Dang it. That's
All
a
right,
7.
that'll fail. So when you are hit with the spicy ray, you will first of all take some fire damage. But as a bonus, you are lit on fire for 1 minute.
Okay.
Jeez.
So
And
20,
you will take fire damage at the start of each of your turns.
so 25 damage right now.
Yep,
Okay.
25 fire damage. And it will be to the Paladin's turn. So Paladin, let me see, spiky ray. Start of each of your turns. But here comes the spice. Whoa, wow, 20 more fire damage.
Okay.
Are you
So-
dead yet, Phil?
No, so that just chewed through the last of my temporary hit points.
Okay.
So I'm not dead yet. So
Oh, also add 3 more hit
Not
points.
dead yet.
I forgot to add that to your healing.
oh, okay. So and then that's what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my holy symbol, concentrate for a second. I'm going to use lay on hands to give myself max hit points. So I got enough. I've got enough to
There you
do it.
go.
I can use 34 of my 35 hit points.
Yes.
to max out. Do it.
All
We
right,
shall avenge the wizard.
is that it for your turn?
That's it.
All right, Barbarian, it is your turn, but not before he takes a legendary action. Get another ray. We have ray number 5. This is the tentacle ray.
What?
I don't like the sound of that.
Can I have the monk make a strength saving throw, please?
Strength?
Strength.
Well, it's been a hell of a time.
He just
No, you
shoots a
got this,
wiggly
you got this,
tentacle
come on.
at you.
You've got this.
Oh, that'll fail.
Nope.
So,
Oh,
When-
is he within 10 feet of me? No.
no.
Dang it.
So,
Nope.
when you are hit by the tentacle ray, a tentacle is summoned and it deals this much bludgeoning damage to you, and you are restrained.
I go limp.
All right, Barbarian, what will you do?
Attack at all the attacks. First, roll my d6. Let me see if I get that extra. Got it back. Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
there we
sorry.
go. There we go.
Okay,
Right.
so let's see. Here we go. Great sword, 21.
That'll hit.
Yes.
Nice.
That's 17, 18, 19
19.
points. Great sword, 23.
That'll hit.
Haha.
16 points.
That'll hit. Okay.
Great sword, 19.
That'll hit.
Yes.
15, 16, 17. Second action,
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah.
natural 20.
There we go.
Now we're talking.
So we'll do the great sword. So that's 12 plus 5.
19.
And then 2d6s. So 19, 20, 26.
Okay.
And
thank
then
you.
set last great sword attack 24
That'll hit.
for 16 points of slashing
Okay.
damage.
He has 1 hit point remaining.
Oh, come on, guys. We got this.
All right. Is that it for your turn, Barbarian?
I want to say no, but
Mine's telling me no.
Come on, come on, guys. We got this.
Character's telling me
Don't
yes.
waste time. Move, move, move.
Go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ray legendary action number 4. Immolation Ray. Barbarian deck save.
I should have got that. Damn it. Damn it.
Natural 20.
Well, pass. You take half of this in
Nice.
fire damage. Mr. Monk, you are restrained.
I
So
am
you can attack, but you have
very much
disadvantage.
unconscious.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Very much.
Sounds like fun, so I'll let you keep doing that.
It's a nap time. A little nap time.
Now, Cleric, it's your turn. What will you do?
All right, come on. You
All
got
right.
this. You got this.
I'm gonna swing
punch.
at it with the spiritual weapon.
And give him the righteous bomb.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
No!
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
I can make a standing jump, a jumping attack, right?
Yep.
So
Come
I'm gonna
on.
drop my shield and pull out my mace, and I'm just gonna try to jump up and hit the
Come
guy
on.
from the bottom. Come on,
Come on.
kill it.
Oh, that'll miss.
Dang it.
No.
Oh man. Okay, that's it. That's all I can do.
Why did it have to go down?
All right, Daisy, come on, you got this.
All right,
Let's
Daisy.
go,
Daisy.
You
Daisy.
got this.
You're
All
up.
right.
Let's
I
go.
jump behind cover one last time, and I attack with the short bow at advantage. 15 to hit.
That does not hit.
No.
Come on, you got one more. You got one more.
All right. At the end of your turn, you have to do an eye ray. What do we get? Well, we get number 6. We get the Radiant Ray. Cleric. Oh, wait, you fish. Sorry. I remembered this time. Paladin. 24.
Oh.
So, well, hold on, because I am going to do the mirror
Mirror.
again.
So it's against his AC now.
Well, he rolls a d4 to choose.
Oh yeah,
his
yeah, the
target.
D4.
And I got a 4 again.
Yes.
Alrighty. Xanathar
Yes.
kills himself.
Yes.
Roll eye ray. And obliterates his own
Yes.
face. And you guys are victorious in battle.
Thanks to
Against
Phil.
a fearsome
Thanks
enemy.
all.
Excellent.
Yes.
Wow.
Woo.
Well,
We
it's
did get
some-
a couple of additional time donations there towards the end.
Yeah,
so
no,
thank
yeah,
you
we did.
everybody who dumped us some time because we needed those last few minutes.
Yes.
I jumped
Thank
on
you,
real quick and I
everybody.
threw $10 in on there.
Yeah.
Like,
Of all the
Like, no, we
ones
need to
we
do
got, we
this.
never had him blow himself up, so that was awesome.
That's poetic justice right there.
Yes.
Right.
ugh.
Yeah.
Nice
We
job,
didn't
guys.
start
So
it by
much good.
invading his
Hold on.
territory or anything. We just went up to his house and killed him, and he totally deserved it.
Killed himself.
Daisy, I have a serious question for you. Do you still have some of that fine hooch?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
I
think we
do.
all
I'm-
need a swig.
I'm-
I
No,
take
no.
it out.
I'm gonna pour out a drink. I'm gonna pour out a drink for
Oh,
Ross
wizard
friend.
Spindlefinger the third and his
Is there enough
sacrifice.
of a body left over? Because I do have 1 3rd level spell left.
Nah, he dusted.
All right.
No.
I
Guys,
give
you
one,
got
one
fun.
shot to the
Ashes.
paladin because the paladin has earned it, and I take the last shot for myself.
Can someone wake me up, please? Can someone wake? I want to
Oh,
celebrate.
yeah, I run over and
And
I use
let
my
you
last.
steal my
well,
hooch.
last.
At 1 point.
Yeah, I'll cast Cure Wounds on the monk just to.
Wait until after we drank the whiskey, please.
Oh, no, I take that shot as I'm doing it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. Wonderful job, guys. Thank you so much for playing. I hope you had a good time. Sounds like you did. And
Oh,
thanks for playing with me. It was a lot of fun. I haven't
Oh, this
DM'd
was
this in
awesome.
a while.
Yeah, thank you. Congrats, everybody.
this was a.
Yes, and viewers, thank you for following along and having our journey. It was a pleasure to DM for you guys as well.
Let me find where it is. There it is. Yep. Okay. Let's see. We got closeout announcements
So
before we go ahead and take off.
yeah, we got a couple quick announcements. If you do not already, please go over to YouTube and subscribe to the Games Tavern YouTube channel right now. Subscribing is free and you don't miss any of the action. A lot of our shows are all posted over there. So if you want to go catch, let's say, the Dirty Deeds show and catch a bunch of us, Drogan and Darius and I will all be over there, and you can catch up on some of our games. Like, positive comments, subscribe over there. All of it helps us keep the tavern running and get new people in here, and we get to do more fun things like this charity. So please come back and do that. And we also have a charity update. Looks like so in feeding, or let's see. During this show, it says we have raised. Is this the accurate number? Do we know?
I don't think so. I think we gotta
No.
get it up. Okay.
$2,350 is where we're at right now.
Wow.
Nice.
So we
and-
blew past that. Nice.
Yeah, we're killing it doing it. Our next challenge is $3,000. So hang around for the next show and let's see if we can blow that one out of the water as quickly as possible. So
Yeah, I think we
any-
got Bay of Skulls with the cast from Paradise RPG coming up next. I think. Yep.
fantastic.
So,
Well then,
yeah. Oh no. No.
What?
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Never mind. Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
tomorrow morning,
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, come see me.
So yeah.
8
a.m.
a.m.
tomorrow morning. Great trial. We got a couple people here that are going to be in there. I've got another one tomorrow afternoon. Manor, Durst Manor, happening at 5, and we got another one going from like 2 to 3 tomorrow. So we got a bunch of stuff going on all weekend. So go ahead,
And
stay by and check
Sunday-
us out. Yeah.
I was gonna say, and Sunday I'll be painting on the That Mini's Paint Show with some other cool painters. So please come by if you're interested at all in mini painting. We always have a good time and chat about our hobby stuff. So come by and check us out for that too. And I think on that note, we want to say thank you to our wonderful DM,
Yeah.
Ryan. Just like hats off. That was way too much fun. And we will talk to all of you guys another time. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for
Bye.
tuning in.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.